Otherwise, you do not support these young people. If you see something that you want today, and for whatever reason you're not able to get it through Cash App, then you can just PayPal. You can PayPal. Do you have PayPal?
I do have PayPal.
What's your PayPal?
Of Kaya Cosmetics, so LOV.
Let me. Does Kaya?
It's a K.
Like OF?
No, love. LOVE.
Oh, okay. Love Kaya.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this thing. Hey.
At gmail.com.
Yes, Jaded, I'm going to be safe, I promise. Hey, Sassy Francis. Yes, little baby, come through, Dave. Hold on. My cousin Kim right now is doing her morning show. Good morning, David. And she's interviewing a bunch of teenage entrepreneurs. And one of the babies has her own cosmetics company, and 50% of the proceeds from her cosmetics company go to her nonprofit where she helps homeless teens. It's very good. So I'm trying to.
Make sure you stay backstage because people.
And she has Kaya.
Yes, you have Sadie Jones. Very impressive, Kaya. She said, "Follow your dreams." And Shonda said, "Yes, Kaya." Okay. Evie reviews. Now, Evie's gonna definitely. I'm sure she's gonna buy your stuff because she does makeup reviews and she puts all of she shows the products.
Let me invite Loretta. Let me make sure I send the link to Loretta.
She said, "Yes, come on, vibe." Okay, let's see.
Hold on, y'all.
Oh, she said, "What? I'm down with the pre-order." She's pre-ordering, and she said, "What is your? Do you have a website?"
Yes, ma'am. So I have a section on my mom's website. Actually, my mom's website is NubianQueenTresses.com.
Nubian Queen
Tresses.
How do you spell it?
NubianQueenTresses.com.
Okay, and I'll put that on the site too here. But
okay,
so
and then Kaya, and then
Tresses.com is the website, and she has a section right on her. Where is your section on your mom's page?
As soon as my mom's website comes up, my section.
Oh my God! Okay, is that your mom or is that you on the front cover? This is crazy.
I think once me, yes, ma'am. Me and my mom look identical.
Oh, but you look like the same people. Hold on, I gotta share the screen right quick. Hold on, let me see here. Nubian Queen. Okay, let's see.
Okay. All right. Okay, so is that your mom? All right. Morning time. Hey, Mom, I think you got a notification.
Just like you. So on NubianQueenTresses.com is where you'll also find Kaya's products. So Kaya Cosmetics, you can go there. Okay. So if you're just wanting to scroll and peruse and see what other options are,
I'm gonna turn the sound down.
Go right to Kaya Cosmetics and see some of the other.
Okay. Let me get good morning, Ted. Good morning, everybody. Morning. Okay, so if you don't know what's happening, one, I'm gonna have to change out my contacts. That's number one. Two, so let's start there first. Two, I was listening to my cousin Kim, the one who I tell y'all to subscribe to in the church announcements all the time, and she is interviewing teen entrepreneurs, and I'm related to like 75% of her panel today. So all of my little cousins are on there who have the entrepreneurial spirit. And so I'm trying to make sure that I support by watching her show this morning and liking her live, as well as making sure that I support the young babies. Loretta, you got the link if you want to come through. So should I go gray, amethyst, true sapphire, or pure hazel? What should be my eye color? I need to take this one contact out now because I feel like I can't see anything. Y'all know I like to support the babies. So who's next? Yay, it's my little cousin Jermaine. I'm going to get Jermaine to make me a cake. His grandmother makes this cake. She only makes it on holidays. It's a pistachio pudding cake. Hey, Pretty Glow Aesthetics. I am enamored with this cake. Like, it's a family favorite. Like, we cannot have a family gathering without this particular cake. It has chocolate chips in it. It's so good. Oh my God. And so Jermaine has learned, his grandmother has passed down the recipe to him. And so he knows how to make the cake. So I need him to make me a cake. Okay. Woo. Okay, where's my eye drops? Because my eyes are dry as the Sahara, Jesus. Can you tell I can't see nothing? That's what I thought. Okay, so much for that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because I couldn't reach. And then my fan, I can't see your comments right now. You gotta wait until I put some more eyes back in. Okay. So my eyes are sufficiently hydrated now. Okay, so let's pick a color. I know Mama's 6 gray. I also have I have pure hazel, I have true sapphire, I have amethyst. I'm gonna save the gray because this is my last pair of gray and my last pair of amethyst. So the two new colors are hazel or sapphire. If y'all can see me squinting at this screen trying to read y'all comments, ridiculous. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So this sapphire is not as blue. My piece is not as blue as the other ones. They're not that alien blue. Let's try these. We'll see how these compare to the ones I just had in, because the other ones I had and were called a brilliant sapphire. They was like superty duperty blue. And this seems like a more subtle blue. But whatever, I need to get them in my eyes because I can't see nothing, Jesus. Oh, wait. Okay, y'all. So the outfit for this date, I'm just wearing this like fitted gray t-shirt and a pair of black jeans and some like, because we're supposed to be going to a park or something. I don't know. And I want to be comfortable. And so I'm gonna wear these sneakers. Hold on, I can almost see y'all. I can almost see. Okay, I can see. Woo! Okay. We can see y'all. See, these are more subtle than the previous ones. But yeah. So, hey Amber. So for this date situation, I'm thinking not necessarily like a super light beat, but more subtle would be the word I would use. More subtle. More subtle. So let's prime because I did that. I did Nadia's detox cleanser and the honey potion and the pharmacy honey potion last night on my face. And my face felt really, my skin is so soft right now. So we're gonna prime. Because not the prime is where to grind. Lord Jesus. Like I am really feeling this lip gloss that came in my BoxyCharm. Oh, he's selling a cake. I want the whole cake. I don't want just a slice. Oh, it's $20 for a whole cake. Okay. So I'm gonna have to get that. Hey, it's BD. Good morning, Rhea. Listen, I'm gonna try and figure out something. I'm gonna figure out my life. Y'all just give me a second. Give me a second. My sister just listen. My sister just put in the family group chat to my cousin Sharonda, who is Jermaine's mama. Banks, tell your son I need a cake. I'm gonna cash app him $20. Like you would think I was a hooker. Why is there just singles everywhere, just littered on my desk? Just mad hookery, y'all. Mad hookery. Y'all, I'm going on this date. I don't even I feel like niggas can smell when you even close to, moving on. A guy I haven't well, he was just a FWB. And listen, I didn't think it was that's all that was. Hey, love. There's this guy, he's the FWB. I haven't heard from him in over a year. And he hit me up on Snapchat of all places talking about I miss you. Por qué? What are you saying? What? Oh, that's cute. Okay, well, I'm glad. Good for you. I don't even know how to respond to that. Nigga, it's been over a year. Oh, sir. Okay. What? Okay, I feel like listen, I got this one friend. Right, he's a Q. Well, I actually have two friends. They're Qs. And listen, and I have pictures of both of them. I am about to go on TikTok. Listen, I've been thinking about this since last night. Oh, yes, Mama, 6 over a year. We haven't talked to each other, dealt with each other in over a year. And I did a Snapchat yesterday. Wasn't nothing major, nothing fancy. My hair was in a ponytail, my glasses were on. And he was like, "Where you been? I miss you." Not like we had a bad, a separation or we fell out or we had words or anything like that. We just, lost touch. Maybe he got a girlfriend. I don't know. That was none of my business. Hey, Deshaun. And so, hell, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, he just hit me out of the blue talking about, "Hey, where you been? I missed you." In my skin. I don't even know how to appropriately answer that. Okay. All right. So we all know Okay, y'all, there's several things going on. And I'm only talking to y'all about this because I know none of these niggas is on here to see what I'm talking about. So there is Potential Bay, he's the one who his mother has dementia and he's dealing with all of that and stuff. And then there is a guy I'm going on a date with today. Like we talked for a short term, like several years ago, and now he's come back around. Like it's like a carousel of niggas. He probably did miss me. I mean, listen, I am something special. So yeah, him missing me is not the what is going on with my okay. All right, listen. I got on a little house dress, and my house dress is acting the monkey today. So I'm just trying to give my primer time enough to sink in. So I don't know, y'all. So okay, let me give you the rundown of the roster right now. So there's one, FWB, he doesn't want a relationship. We discussed that there's no emotional attachment. We are actually friends. I check on him, he checks on me. You good. Like he's the one that's listen, he's the one that if like say I'm short like on a bill or something, like if out of all the men that I'm talking to, he's the one that I'll text and be like, hey, I need a favor. Do you have X amount of dollars that I can borrow and I'll give it back to you on this date? And he has never said no. He's never said I don't have it. None of that. He's like, cool, I'll cash app you. Cool. And then I give it right back. Me and FWB, we cooler than the other side of the pillow. Like he's going to be my straight man logical advice that I'm going to get when he comes to visit again. And I'm going to break down what's happening with all of the men in my life. And then when I'm not clouded in a horny haze, and that clears out, we're going to sit down and have a conversation. And he's going to be like, okay, so this is what this means, blah, 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 blah. He's that kind of friend. So he stays in the back pocket. He was like, so if you get in a relationship, that means that I can't. Yes, that's what that means. That means, no, I'm not a cheater. You know that. As long as I'm still single and I haven't claimed anybody and nobody's claimed me, we cool. When that changes, I'll holler at you. We'll still be friends. We just won't have the benefits portion of our friendship. Point blank, period. He's like, okay, cool. Then there is the teacher. The teacher and I have been fooling around for, at this point, like 3 or so years. I keep stating to him, listen, we've never actually been on a date. However, listen, like you said, listen, okay, I said, you keep playing around, you're going to text me one day and I'm going to be married to a whole different nigga because you're playing games. And he was like, no, okay, cool. Actions speak louder than words. You haven't changed any of your behavior. You still treat me like I'm your favorite toy. When you're ready to play with me, you take me off the shelf, play with me for a few minutes, and then when you're done and satisfied, you put me back on the shelf until you're ready to play with me again. I am not a toy, beloved. That's fine for right now, but just know I'm looking for. I told him what I was looking. I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for my husband, my forever, whatever that means to me. I'm looking for my companion, my lover, my best friend, all of those things. You have the potential to be that, but you don't. I feel like you don't see that potential in me, which is fine. Just say that, but don't be trying to hem me up to where you put me in a corner and can't nobody else have me, but you don't want me for yourself either. You see what I'm saying? So there's the teacher, the FWB friend, the potential bae who lives with his mom who has dementia and he's got that whole family situation and we trying to figure that out. Then there is this new guy who I have a date with this evening. I don't know. He doesn't love. He doesn't sound serious at all. At all. Then there's this one nigga that came out of the blue. We used to deal with each other real heavy. Like he was moving here he lives in Alabama. He was moving here to North Carolina. So it could be a whole thing. But clearly he was on bullshit. That never happened. So he ghosted me. Then now he's back talking about I love you. Who? I'm sorry. The feelings you have reached are no longer in service. Please check your number and try again. I'm officially awarding you the Patience of a Saint award because I could not listen. Listen to the sounds of sin, my heart. Listen, I this because it's not like I don't have my own big bag of bullshit and issues and baggage. Like I chose wrong the first time around. I married the wrong person. And I felt pressured into that marriage because I was pregnant with his baby, and this was baby number 3. And baby daddy number 3, and my mother was like, I didn't raise no hoes. Get your life together. And my grandmother, and we were living together, and he was my husband was the only father that my son knows his dad. He literally moved to where his dad is. Once he went to college, he moved closer to his dad. So him and his dad have gotten real close. And I never hindered a relationship between him and his dad. So he knows he has a dad. But my husband was the only in-house daddy that my kids ever knew. And he turned out to be the wrong answer. And I felt pressured into marriage. I was okay with us just living together and it just being me and him and not any solid, we knew what it was. I was his, he was mine. We didn't have to get married for that commitment to be there, but I felt pressured by my family, my very super religious. I'm a PK on both sides, my mama and my daddy. So, you can't be a PK on both sides and you have 3 children, about to have 3 children out of wedlock, and don't nothing happen. So even my grandmother showed up at my house one day with her Bible and gave us "It's better to marry than to burn" speech. And then we were like, look, are we gonna get married or not? What's happening? So we got married. Now with my husband, when things were good, they were really, really good. When things were bad, they were really, really bad. There was substance abuse issues. There was physical abuse issues. There was verbal abuse issues in our marriage, but it's very toxic. It was very codependent, but eventually I came back to myself. Right, Crispies. I came back. I listened. I was like, how you lose yourself in someone? Eventually, you're going to have to snap the fuck out of it and come back and be like, hey, bitch, did you forget who the fuck you are? When I say my marriage was a roller coaster, at one point we were selling dope, I was carrying a gun, it was a whole novella situation. Yes, Shawana, burn as in hell. What the hell? What you mean? Yes, that's what that means. Good morning, Stephanie. So listen, apparently this is Transparency Friday. So, the Lord revealed something. First, the Lord told me, I was praying on the marriage and, I was tired. I had a job all the time and I was carrying everything all the time. I stayed with him through illness. I was 6 months pregnant when we found out that he was HIV positive. Then I have been tested every 6 months since then. And this was, my son would have been 20, his 20th birthday is coming up. And thank God I've never tested positive. They say I don't even have to get tested every 6 months. I still think you need to get tested because, I'm paranoid and I don't know, like it's been over 10 years since my exposure to him in a sexual manner. So, and I still get tested. It's just a thing stuck in my brain. So, I will never forget I was like 7.5 months pregnant with my last baby and us getting the news that that's what was wrong with him, and having to go and call my mama and tell her, like, I'm always the strong one. I'm always, that's who I am. I'm your strong friend. Like nothing shakes me. My foundation is solid. But having to go be 7 months pregnant and call my mama and be like, he's sick and this is what's happening. And now they have to test me to make sure that I'm not sick and then make sure the baby's okay. And because I had, of course, when you get pregnant, they test you for everything. And I tested negative then. And then we found out he was sick. And then they tested me again. And then I continued to get tested every 6 months. And I continued to get tested. I'm still negative. But, it's just something that's stuck in my brain to just continue to get tested. And then I had to get my daughter, who was less than a year old, she had to get tested. Listen, it was a whole lot. And then years passed and we were living with it. I was making sure he was on his medication and all that good stuff. And he became undetectable and all those good things and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been through a lot, and I don't look like what I've been through, thank goodness. But it got to the point where, I got tired. Listen, you're supposed to be my husband. I'm supposed to be following you. I'm your safety net. And, this was how I was raised, in regards to marriage. You are supposed to be the good wife. And you are, love is a cycle. You're not always going to be in love with your spouse. When you're not in love with your spouse, that's when your commitment to your marriage is supposed to kick in until the love comes back around. That is how I was raised. And so, and I got tired of being the breadwinner, the load carrier. Like, are you going to help me do anything? Like, I know I'm a strong woman because that's who my mother raised me to be. But even as a strong woman, I need a even stronger man, because at some point, even the strong, we get tired and we need someone who can bolster us until we regain our strength. You're depleting and depleting and depleting me to where my cup is always empty because I'm always pouring out. I'm mothering these 4 kids. And then our youngest son passed away. And at that point, I wasn't even allowed to grieve, because when our son passed away, which was his only boy child, he fell to pieces. He fell absolutely to pieces. He fell so far, like I was scared for him. That's how bad his grief was. His grief was so bad to the point where I had to put my grief on a shelf and put it in the back corner to get him and my kids through that. So I didn't actively start grieving for my son until 10 years after it happened and he and I separated. That's when my grieving process actually began. So even though it's been 18 years, I'm only 8 years into the grieving process of my son. And it is something, in losing a child, I know losing a parent, what that feels like, because my father has passed away. Losing like your grandparents, that's something different. All of my grandparents are gone. That I know what that grief looks like and feels like, but there's something different about the grief of losing a child. And it is There is no end to it. There will be no end to the grieving of losing this child until I leave to go be with that child. That loss it's always there. It's always hovering in the back. And as and this time of year I'm real sensitive because his birthday is coming up in 2 months. The anniversary of his passing is coming up in September. So when it starts to get warm outside, even though I hate the winter and I hate being cold, and I love summer and I love the heat and I love standing out in the sun and letting it bake into my bones, this is also it getting warm outside is also a trigger for me, and I'm a little sadder in these months. Because I know his birthday is coming up. And like today, I'm a little, the way like I can feel like the sadness like right in here. Like I can feel it. And so some days are better than others. Some days I can feel every day of the 18. Well, I don't hate the summer. Let me be very clear, because I hate the winter. Like some days I wake up and I can feel every day of the 18 years, and you can feel the space between the actual event. He was 2, Shawana, when he passed away. He was 2 years old. He had just turned 2. He was 2 in 2 months. And then there are some days. You're welcome, Deshaun. Thank you. And some days you wake up and it feels like it just happened yesterday. Still to this day. There are some days you wake up and it's everything is fine. Some days, like the day after he passed, like that night we left the hospital and we came home. You're welcome, Rhea. And we came home, and that next morning, what woke me up was the sound of his voice calling my name. And I woke up in a panic, and I looked over because his crib was in our bedroom. So I opened up my eyes and I looked over, and his crib was empty. And it immediately reminded me that he was gone. So there are some days that are just like that I wake up in a panic, and, you have to come to the realization that the person is gone. And then there's some days where I can get through the whole day and it's not a thought, or the feeling doesn't come up at all. Have you ever sought therapy? Would you? It's not a quick fix, but it could be helpful. I haven't been in therapy in years. Like, I know eventually I want to go and see someone. Listen, I'm already soft. Why would y'all listen? I'm already. Oh, thank you, Deshaun. I appreciate you, baby. Y'all not gonna make me cry today. Listen, because y'all will get the for real ugly cry. I am going to seek therapy, maybe a support group or something, but I am not the most comfortable person because I compartmentalize. So that's part of who I am as a Scorpio. I can compartmentalize a lot of things. And so I can put it on, if I need to, I can put it on the shelf. I try to take everybody's feelings into consideration. As a mother, you always, try to make sure that everybody else is good. And, as I'm getting older and my kids are grown and almost gone, that one Scooter Boops mama is still in my house. But, I try to get in touch with who I am. Hold on, let me encourage the baby. Go, Chloe. I love my Chloe. Hold on. I want to make sure that is not that baby's name. How you gonna change her name from Chloe to Kylie to Chloe. These are not Kardashians, nigga. Just want to make sure I get to encourage the baby. Thank you, Mama Six. I love you, boo. But yeah, listen, you try, and I'm trying to be, because I don't like feelings. So I don't like feelings. I don't like them. I know you gotta have them, but I don't like them. When you just not have feelings, that would be great. But I do have feelings. That's how I know that I am definitely a relationship girl. Even though I talk a lot of hoe shit, I am absolutely a relationship girl, which is why I'm trying to figure out, like, I've noticed this about myself. I've always been in a relationship. I've moved from relationship to relationship to relationship. And this is the first time in my adult life being single. Listen. And so I never got to play the dating game in my teens and 20s, because I went from a relationship with my son's father to a relationship with my daughter's father to a relationship with my husband, who was the father of my 2 children. And then from that to my ex-boyfriend. And we were in a relationship for 3 years. The last couple of years, I have been single as an adult. And like, I don't know how to be a girlfriend. I don't know how to be a single woman. I know how to be a wife and mother. That's what I know. So I am always giving off like wife energy, and hopefully that will and then turn husband energy back to me. But there's a lot of fuck niggas in the way, so I'm steady trying to figure out and dodge. And this is part of the reason why I literally haven't gotten my divorce. I'm terrified of making the wrong choice again. I'm terrified. You ready, Pooh? Okay. I'm terrified.
But I would not be that distraught to even try.
Wrong choice.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, Sugar Boo. So
what we talking about therapy? What we talking about with therapy? Who get therapy?
They want me to have therapy too. So
you never had therapy?
I've had, the last time I was in therapy, I was a teenager. My mother put me in therapy. Listen, they trying to make me ugly cry.
We playing the Give Abby Money game? Okay. Is that the game we playing today?
Yeah. Stop it. Thank you, Danny. I love you.
We playing the Give Abby Money game. Yay. Okay, we do that.
You are so stupid. I hate you. Listen, I just said I don't like having feelings. You people, Jesus. Listen, no, the last time I was in like sit down therapy with a therapist, I was Sassy Francis talking about elbow call. Was my mother put me in therapy because I have a rage issue. And I was so angry when my parents' marriage dissolved. And I had gotten pregnant the first time at 16. And that baby I did not have. Good morning, Niecy. You going for your run?
No, she does her run in the evening, child.
Oh, when it's not hot outside. Listen, I told this man I would be ready by 12:30-ish, and it is 12:09. I didn't, but Loretta. I love you. You're so stupid. Why would you stop it? Loretta, we're not doing this today.
If that's what we playing, if that's the game we playing, I'll just say it.
Danny, that's not funny. That's not funny, y'all. Oh, y'all make me sick. Oh, God. Listen, I'm supposed to be beating my face to meet this man, for this man to come pick me up. I said I would be ready around 12:30-ish.
Oh, well, you better text him back and push it back to 1-ish.
Okay. Let me text.
I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? What was I going to say, y'all? Oh, I agree. I think you should go to therapy. I think that you do. I think that you have not fully processed some things, just the way you react to some conversations. I think you should. That's just my 2 cents. Therapy is great.
Hey, listen, what you mean the way how do I react? Because I pop off a lot.
Yes. Like the minute you even think that somebody is coming for something, like for example, you like when we were talking about the preachers, girl,
Yeah,
girl,
that's
girl, you was like, no, because girl, the way that you like, no matter like because and this is my 2 cents. I ain't nobody's therapist. I ain't go to nobody's school for therapy. But just the way you respond when certain things come up that have affected you, it's like it's a blanket. Like cheaters, no the fuck no, never, ever, no, ever, never, oh never.
yeah. Therapy's not going to fix that.
No, listen to what I'm saying to you though. Therapy is not going to fix how you feel about it because how you feel is how you feel, and everybody has a non-negotiable, and for you that's a non-negotiable, and that's fine. I'm not talking about that, but I think that you connect. If someone cheated, they're just a horrible person.
No, not that there's a heart. No, that's look. If that's how I made if that's how I made people feel, that's not what I mean. But what I mean is for Ebony,
And
that's my hard line in the sand. If you can forgive and move on, then God bless you and your reconciliation. But let me be very clear. But for Ebony, that is thank you for playing our game. Please take 2 steps to the left. Next.
no, not thank you for playing the game.
Because that's not what I'm doing. That's not what the Lord wants from me. I'm gonna turn the sound off on my phone. Y'all not gonna
Don't turn the sound off.
That would make me smile though. Shawana, send me what he was talking about for don't cry, bitch. Listen, Shawana, I love you. Listen, I try not. Listen, I have been through a whole lot. We've been through a smidge of it on this live already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like because I've only got this. The hell, I learned more today when I was listening this morning than I knew. So I know I don't have the whole story. So I'm in no way, shape, or form acting like I know it all because I don't. But I do think that you talking to someone who can help you process some of even the anger, like you were saying about with the rage, with the anger. Like, I think that was a great thing that your mom. Because I was like, I told you, I was angry, and I kind of wish my mother had put me in there because I to this day don't know why. Like I was an angry child. I still don't know why. Like,
but mine was out of the blue.
Part of why, but but I wish I had a place to be able to process it and express it. You know what I'm saying? The middle child gets left. The middle child gets disregarded a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And so I have some of that because
it comes from.
Because I would be the middle child. Like my mother had a son after me. Hey, Miss Dana. My mother had a son after me. He passed away at 9 days old. So I would officially be the middle child. And then there was my cousin Sharonda, who was raised with us like a sister because my Aunt Sadie had bought a house here in Virginia, was living here in Virginia, but she worked for the railroad and she had to go to Baltimore. So Monday through Friday, she was in Baltimore working for the railroad, and Sharonda would be here living in our house. She was our little sister. So I have always had the middle child syndrome is where my sister is considered the emotional one. Like if you...
I've been working on the railroad.
I hate you.
Listen, I was holding on to that one.
My sister, that's my older sister, is considered the emotional one. I am considered I'm the tough one. I am the one. Like my father literally said when he was making plans to leave my mother.
What you making? What's that?
What we making?
What? Oh, eggs. Oh.
Okay, I was about to say. So he therapist will work for you. Have to be someone who it would have to be someone who also incorporates religion. Not necessarily, because even though I have a lot of religious experience, my relationship with the Lord is very personal. So it doesn't necessarily it would be helpful to incorporate some of that into the therapy, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a religious person who It doesn't have to incorporate, like, everything doesn't have to be, well, the Lord said, blah, 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 blah. But if you want to sprinkle that in every so often
Did you
to put
say
an
sprinkle it in?
emphasis, just
But you know,
like
Chocolate Bay,
seasoning.
Chocolate Bay, I'm with you on that one. I've actually talked about that. I've done Talkspace a couple of times, and that's an app on your phone. And the great thing about Talkspace is that if you like it or if it becomes successful, then you can process into a face-to-face. Like if it's the person, if you pick somebody in your area, like they go through certain questions to try to place you with someone that will fit. And you do the you can do the sessions on the phone before you actually go, and so I've done that before, and I mean, to me, that's worth the price of admission.
It is. It is. But yeah, like I was saying, like my dad told me after the fact, when we had a conversation, that he took my sister's feelings in regards to him leaving, so he stayed until she graduated from high school. I was beginning high school. I was 14 when he left. And so he was like, but I was never worried about you because I know you're the strong one and that you could take it.
Yeah, see, don't you hate that? Don't you hate that? Like I've been told that before too, and I'm like, but I'm not. Like,
But I'm right. I have feelings just like everyone else. Like, just
yeah.
like don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know. I gotta find a therapist who takes my insurance.
Yeah, when after I got sick, they referred me to therapy. And as much as I love my mama was just like, why you need to go to a therapist? Talk to me. I'm here. Mom, that's not how this works. That's not
Right. My mother has her master's degree in social work, and she still sent me to
my mama don't have no master's degree or nothing. She just is one of them, old black folk thinking why you got to go to therapy. And as much as I love my mother, and for as evolved as I believe, my mother is, what I'm saying, she's very contemporary, but she just got that old black folk mentality that you don't need to go to no therapist. Mama, that's not.
No, that's no.
Exactly, chocolate. Right, Chocolate Bay. My mama answered, well, talk to the Lord about it.
Well, I have, and he told me to go to counseling.
Right. Like, don't get me wrong, I do not disregard prayer and any
absolutely.
But
because the prayers of the righteous do availeth much. But the Lord gave you wisdom as well, and He put these doctors on the earth for a reason. I'm
one of those people that believes that God gave us a break, like gave us all of these things. That's like saying, well, God didn't create cars, so walk everywhere. No, He created the mind to have the technology for a car. You know what I mean? Right. Like when people say that to me, I'm like, well, God did that. God will just pray. But God gave us all of these things. He gave us the mindset. He gave us people with the technology to be able to create the things that we need for our life. Like that's like people who don't take medicine. I don't get that. Like, well, the Lord made the doctor.
Right. The Lord told the doctor to tell me to take this antibiotic so I don't die. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, I appreciate you. Don't even listen. No, he's like, listen. And I was a daddy's girl. I was a bona fide daddy's girl. Like we went to I never forget the church went.
Oh, I heard the ching-a-lang. I heard the ching-a-lang.
Oh, thank you, Nadia. I love you. I'm probably gonna take this $10. I'm gonna take it and spend it on your.
You can get right back to her.
Jesus Christ.
Nadia gave me $10 to go spend on her website.
Oh my God, that's so true. That's so trifling of me. Probably true, but trifling anyway. No. Like we went on a trip our church went on a trip to the Disney World. They took kids to Disney World, and my dad didn't go on this particular trip. Because he had to stay with my grandmother his mama who was having surgery. And we were in Disney World, and my mama couldn't find me, and she had to stop everything that she was doing to find me because she was like, I can't come back to my house without Ebby. Listen. He's not here. Look, I went when my dad died, and when I was going through everything I was going through, I was in constant pain, and no one believed me when I said I was ready to over until I saw. Listen, please, if don't ever feel like you can. Like, I hate asking for help. I hate it with a passion. But if I'm not okay, like, I have a circle that if I'm not okay, like in that manner, that I have a circle like that I can go to and be like, I'm not okay, and this is what's going on. And I appreciate you, Nadia. I appreciate you a whole lot. A whole lot, especially for that grapefruit vanilla glider, which is the Potential Bay's favorite. I put a little on the back of my neck, and he was like, he had his head
What
like
he
right.
doing on the back of your neck?
I am.
What he doing on the back of your neck?
I'm explaining that no. His head was right here on my shoulder, and he, you know how they tuck their nose like right into the core. He was like, "What, you smell so?" He's like, "Oh, you smell so good. I just want to lick you." Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate asking for help too. Like, I hate it. Like, that's how y'all.
Deshaun, I am the same way. I am the same way. I listen. It has got to be dire for me to ask for help. Like, I got to be on my very last. And it has to be for something greater than myself. If it's just something for me, I will go without until I can afford to do it for myself. But if it would, like, for my kids, my children, I will swallow my pride and ask. And there are only a couple people that I will ask it from. Like, I'll ask it from my mama. And like I said, the friend who is the friend with benefits, him I will ask it for, because we have, like, he's a friend like that. Now I have several like best friends who will ask me for stuff, and I'm the type of friend that if I got it, you got it. All you have to do is just ask. I don't never give you, because what I don't like is when I ask for help and then get a third degree about why I need the help. That I do not like. I just need help. Are you going to help me or not? It's a yes or no question. Deshaun, you said I asked really be for Popeyes and never got it.
How about you left town telling nobody? I had your Popeyes ready for you. You left town in the middle of the night and didn't tell no damn body. How about that?
Oh, Deshaun.
You didn't let nobody take you out for a going away dinner or nothing. You just left. That's how you feel about me, Chocolate Bay? That's how you feel, see? You hung out one time.
Look at my little cousin.
She had a couple of drinks. And then you left me. You ghosted me. If we were dating, you had ghosted me, Chocolate Bay.
Look at okay. Though both of them are cousins, but the little girl, she just turned 6. That's my cousin who turned 16. We had the virtual party for. She is the owner and operator of Jemiah Essential and Companies, whose lashes I will be wearing today. That's her. That's my Maya. So follow her on Instagram and Facebook at essentialjemiahcompany.com. She's going to be expanding past just lashes. It's going to be a whole thing. So sorry, I had to plug my boo-boo. Then he throws up hearts. The love. Jemiah's advice is to have a good support system. People push you to greatness. Trust the process. Promote your products.
Type it in the chat, Evie. Listen. Uber Eats about to make me have to smack them.
Why? Why you gonna smack them?
Because why they tried to say that they talking about some my payment method. I can't use my payment method. I just got paid. Look, made me had to go check my bank account. Like, wait a minute, did something happen to my paycheck?
What? Right? What you trying to get from Uber Eats? I had Dunkin' Donuts this morning. My tea is over there in the corner, and I'm mad I can't get to it.
Okay, it really not trying to let me use my my debit card. Okay, hold on. What the fuck is going on here? Place order. You wanna know what's funny?
Look,
Hold on. You
I
wanna know
want to
what's
fight
funny?
mattress firm. I need my damn pillows. I know that's right. Put my face on. Okay, okay. I've been talking a lot. I've been on here 55 minutes and all
You don't even have on no foundation.
no foundation. Yes, KK, that's what I'm talking about. Kim, that is my cousin Kim. And the young, if you are, I'm watching her live on my iPad with the sound down, and she's interviewing teen entrepreneurs. Most of the entrepreneurs I am.
Put the Evie, do you have time to type it in the chat? I know you're trying to get your face done, but you got time
Hold
to type
on,
it in the chat?
hold on. Let me go to, and I'll put the link to.
Let me tell y'all something. So here's what's stupid. They wouldn't let me they wouldn't let me pay with my debit card, but they let me use my Apple Pay. It's the same fucking card.
Because they stupid. They're stupid. Hold on, share. Let's copy the link.
And we just mind you, I just spent $100 something on groceries yesterday, but I don't feel like cooking nothing.
I know that's right.
But I've been doing pretty decent this week. I did eat out earlier this week, but I've been eating I've been eating, and a lot of stuff I bought was like dinner stuff that I could make for dinner, and then I would have leftovers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Okay.
I'm going to my mama house today, so Trey got open. He got open house for pre-K, y'all. If he ever make it to pre-K, shit, the way we
Who
going.
freaky? Who's freaky, Nadia?
Who freaky?
Mama Six said you need to eat a damn banana since you got 7,000 of them.
I do.
Oh, you and them damn bananas, God.
I'm ask when my niece come back downstairs. I'm gonna ask her to help me make a smoothie with bananas in it, so I can like make one that I can freeze it. Cause I bought some kale, spinach. I think I have bananas. I think I have pineapple.
I have some pineapple juice in the refrigerator, and I think
and I bought
we still have some burdock
almond.
left. So I think I'm gonna make me a drink later.
Matter of fact,
at my house, you know. That's all.
She's on the clock right now. She working. She can't do nothing, child.
Who?
My niece. She working right now.
I'm off today, hence the date.
Because I really feel like y'all don't understand. Y'all don't realize how old my niece is. I really feel like y'all think my niece is like 10 because she looked like she's 10, and she talks in that.
She was 20 something.
And she talks in that soft voice, and people be like, "Oh, she's so."
Don't do the baby. Don't do the baby.
See, that's what I'm talking about. She's not a baby. She's not a baby. She's a baby of
Deshaun said I was keeping my weight down well in the DMV and moved, and I'm a sumo wrestler. I'm not fooling you, Deshaun. We're not doing this today. We are not.
Well, part of it too, Deshaun, is that y'all was on lockdown. So like, even though you could work from home before, you could still get up and go places and do stuff. Yeah, she's a young woman, but I think people thought, I feel like people thought she was like young. I mean, she's not old. I don't feel like that either.
It's spicy. Well, yeah, we know Mama Six clearly likes getting her freak on because she got 25 million, 11 children. And it wasn't until the third child that she figured out what was causing it, and she still kept doing it.
Not she just okay. Not okay. You know what? I'm not doing it. The game we played last night. What was y'all doing over there, Nadia? What kind of games y'all was playing? Yeah, I do need to figure out what I know. I eat, drink, spirits, and sleep plus Pornhub. Okay, put the Pornhub. I do need to figure out what I'm gonna do with. Well, I know what I'm gonna do with some of those bananas, but the rest of those bananas, I do need to make some.
Did you take some to your mama and daddy?
That's what I'm doing later on today. I'm taking some to my I'm taking like 3 of the bundles to my parents and my sister. My sister gonna make some banana bread.
Like they were hair. Sorry, I got tickled. My bad. Look, you see how fast that OCD called her up? Look at her.
What? What OCD? Who got OCD?
Your ADHD kicked in real fast because I was talking to you. It's
What
like
you said? My bad. What you had said?
all I said was you said bundles about those bananas like they were hair, and you was gone.
Oh,
You didn't hear
girl,
this.
child, whatever they call them.
I think this is my new favorite foundation brush. I like this. It's from Juvia's.
I need a new foundation brush. Well, I could say a new one. I need another one, I should say.
I washed the other two. They just sitting over there clean.
That's what I need to wash my brushes.
Oh, Mama Six, did you see the new palette from Juvia's Place? It's $36. It's 20. It's 20 shadows. It's a big one. Hey, Love Blake.
Hey, Love Blake, how you doing?
Oh, y'all played Never Have I Ever? Oh, and it got spicy? Why
Nay,
didn't somebody text me? I like ooh la la.
not right now because I know you're working. But later on, I want to make a smoothie. I want to make a smoothie with those bananas. So you got to show me like what to put to make it a good consistency that it, with the flavors and stuff. Okay. Because I have kale and spinach, and I think I have some pineapples in there. I think, but they're canned pineapples. They're not fresh.
Step 1, throw the bananas in the trash.
I mean, I
Step
would.
2, add
So no, if you would, well, no, that's what I'm saying. If that's not the
Well, I
right,
mean, everybody does it differently. Like my boss, she'll make a smoothie, and like she doesn't like the taste of everything, so like she'll put apple juice in hers. Like I wouldn't do that, but like
right.
that's her personal preference.
I got you. All right. Well, I got to look in the cabinet anyway to even see, and I need to check the expiration date because they may not be no good no way. All right. Well, go back to work. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay.
I meant to say that yesterday, but you was asleep all day. Well, you not feeling good, or you just was sleeping?
Oh no, I'm just tired.
Okay.
I saw it, but for some reason, that's how I feel, Mama Six. Like the colors are pretty, but I don't know. It's just something about it that's just not ringing my bells. You can ring my bell, my bell, ching-a-ling-a-ling. Okay, so let me get my life together. Okay, I gotta concentrate on my eyebrows because they gotta look like something. Can't just do anything to them.
So where are we going for our date?
He said we'll grab something to eat and then sit in the park and I don't know.
Or maybe we can.
Because it's movie theaters aren't open. Restaurants inside to sit down and have a meal. It's not open.
Oh, this is the one you was telling me about that wanted to go to the park or something like that. Is this the same one?
Yes, that's him. I'm still trying to, Hi, Jada Boo.
Hey, Jaded.
We should take a long walk around the park after dark, or a picnic a la Jason's League. But I don't like.
Oh, okay.
I don't like
You
outside.
Jason's
I'm not an outside girl.
Oh, I thought you was going to say you never seen Jason's Lyric.
No, I've seen Jason. I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't seen it. I haven't sat down and watched it all from beginning to end, but I've seen bits.
I was about to have to fall out.
I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen the important parts.
You like my my bonnet realness? That's my category. Bonnet realness.
You're so silly. Oh, their lipstick is $9. Okay.
Oh, I might have to go. Listen, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not ordering no makeup. Nope. Nope. I'm waiting on some makeup now. I just ordered a bunch of lipstick from the lip bar. I just ordered some lip stuff. I really want the Fenty, and that's probably because that's what I really want is the Fenty. And I think it's back on sale.
Mm-hmm.
They're having a 30% off sale on everything. I think.
Good, so I can get another
Although I saw this Tory Burch purse that I want that I think I might end up getting. And if I get that Tory Burch purse, then I won't be buying.
Listen, I'm saving up for this Michael Kors bag that I like.
Let me see.
You
You about to go out? It is beautiful, Jaded. I'm going out a little bit later. I'm going over to my mom's house. We're gonna let the baby play out in the yard, let him run around the yard, and they're gonna bring over his bike. He got a bike for Christmas, child, that I don't think he ever really been able to use because I don't think he was ready for it. But they're gonna bring the bike over. So my parents have like a decent sized yard, and they have a patio out back, so he can ride his bike. So that's what, and he has his open house for pre-K today. Like I said, I don't know if he ever gonna make it to pre-K this year, but he got his open house for it, honey. First of all, we need to get his ass potty trained. Can we do that?
Listen, 2 is on the pot now. I told you.
He need to be on. That's what I mean. Don't get me wrong.
It's very plain, but I like it.
That's cute.
That's what I thought. That's a cute little everyday bag.
Yeah, I like it. That's cute.
It's the Mercer large tricolor pebbled leather belted set. Why is this so many words?
Name.
It's a purse. It is $200, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. The Tory Burch I saw, it's just a crossover. It's just a cute crossover. It's not real big. It's big enough to put your phone and like your items in. So like when you're just going out somewhere, and I figured that'd be real cute for this summer.
Listen, I gotta find some. Right, I need a new wallet too. My wallet won't close.
I need a new wallet.
The clasp for my wallet is broken. Maybe I'll get
my favorite
a wallet to match that purse.
You might, my favorite wallet got stolen when they broke in my technically they didn't break in my car, but when they went in my car and took stuff out, they stole my favorite wallet. And
maybe that's the definition of stealing.
It wasn't nothing in the wallet. Like they thought, you know what I'm saying? The wallet itself was more valuable than anything in it because I'd only picked the wallet up because I had to go to the doctor, and I picked up my wallet because it had my card in it. And I forgot this because I put it in the console in the middle, like the middle console, and I forgot it was in there because it wasn't the wallet I was using at that moment. It just had my insurance cards in it, and I was running late for the doctor, and I didn't feel like going through the wallet, and I just picked up the whole thing and was like, it's in here somewhere. You know what I mean? But I wish I had remembered to, because it was just one of my favorite. It was a Tory Burch wallet, but it was like the big one, like the long wallets. I had got it for Christmas one year. I'm so mad.
Oh, my Aunt Sadie is a mess. So y'all know my little cousin Maya has the lashes, right? Has the lash line. Mm-hmm. And so my Aunt Sadie is on here in the comments talk about, oh, Jemiah, your product is so in demand. It would be nice to have an eyelash named Sadie or Dolores, which is her first and her middle name. My Aunt Sadie is a mess. She's talking about name the lashes after her.
I don't think that's a bad idea. My best friend, she has 5 kids, 4 of which she named. And I feel like out of 4 kids, my name should be somewhere in one of them kids' names. I feel like I gave you the first 2 to be named after the parents, the grandparents, and all that stuff. But what I'm not understanding is why none of them have my name. And so her youngest daughter, I just call her my name.
Oh, wow! You just changed.
Since she's an infant, it's funny because she be like, "Why does Aunt?"
Yes, Love Blake. Yes.
Right. Why does Aunt call me? But I be like, but she answer. She know when I'm talking to her. Yeah, L Love, colors, honey, colors.
Yes.
Yes, L Love. Somebody went into my car and stole my brand new Gucci sunglasses that I had literally, I had them 4 days. I literally had them 4 days. My Gucci sunglasses that were prescription, and I'm still in my feelings about because, bitch, I was ready to look so fly.
I know they threw them away because it was like they can't see out of them.
Right. And that's what the police said. The police was like, they probably either they popped out the lenses and they just fronting, or they threw them away because they can't. They were y'all know I'm blind. So, and these weren't sophisticated thieves. So it wasn't like they were sophisticated and they were like, oh, we're gonna pop these out and we're gonna go replace these lenses. They weren't putting that much effort into it. They just saw Gucci and stole them. They just saw Gucci and was like, oh, Gucci sunglasses. And the minute I wish they had tried to put them on before they left because they might have left them in the damn car.
Right, because they'd be like, oh, she blind as a bat. Let's leave these here.
Right. But yeah, they stole my sunglasses and they stole my wallet. And that was I mean, like I said, and what happened was, and it was my fault because I forgot to lock my car. It was my fault. So that's why I said they technically didn't break in my car, but they did go in my car and take stuff that didn't belong to them. So they still stole. You know what I mean? Like, it's still stealing. But I technically, I didn't lock my car, which was my fault. So, but bitch, I was pissed. I was.
Who putting in a request? Wait, a request for what? Who putting in a request? What you saying? What you
I was
saying?
putting in a request for them eyelashes, honey.
Oh yeah. My Aunt Sadie is a mess. This is the same Aunt Sadie that whenever somebody mentions their birthday, I can say, "Oh, say it's October 27th." I'm like, "Oh, my birthday's next week on November the 3rd. My Aunt Sadie's gonna be there, and my birthday is January the 14th. Please put it in your calendar. Mark it down." Damn, can we get to my? I mean, Jesus. She does that all year long. It don't matter. It don't matter when you're like, if she was in the comments right now and we were talking about birthdays, it would be a comment. My birthday is January 14th. Put it on your calendar. I'd say your birthday has been the same all my life. I know what it is. You just okay.
Listen, you better take that pastel out your bag, out your girl. Pastel blue. I have a pastel blue purse and I love it.
Me too. I have a
carried it in a while though. I haven't carried a purse in a while. So this is what I want. I feel like I want to put makeup on, but I don't feel like putting on makeup. Like, I really liked my face the other day when I put the orange eyeshadow on.
It was gorgeous. I was just like,
but like, I was looking at myself when I was making my videos, like, bitch,
that's
cute.
what I'm saying. Yes, ma'am.
Like, you cute or whatever. You cute, but I don't have the energy to do it again today.
You say you love Aunt Sadie already? Oh my God. Sean. My Aunt Sadie is hilarious. You know? I go to her house just to be tickled.
The baby gonna grow up responding to really be exactly. And it's funny because she be like, why does Auntie call me? I'd be like, cause Auntie feel like your mama was wrong for not naming you after her. So
listen, one of my other babies, her mama named her Octavia, and so I call her Olivia because I want to. And she just graduated from high school this year, and everything she put when she put her college acceptance, I was like, "Oh my Olivia, I'm so proud of you." And people who nodded and know, and they'd be like, "Why did that lady be calling you Olivia?" She's like, "Cause she's my auntie and she can call me whatever she wants to." Damn right, let them know.
I feel like I've been trying to not turn on the air conditioner, y'all, but it's hot. Like, it's hot.
My air conditioner is on. And I don't like the cold, so if I got the air on, you should have the air on.
I'm trying.
Yes, I've been working for Jesus for a long time, and I'm not tired yet. I have such issues with colors. I don't like attention drawn to me, and I love that purse. Oh, get it. Yeah. Really be.
What's up?
Entertain the people. I'll be right back.
Well, hello, people. You have such issues with colors. Girl, I'm telling you, child, I love colors. I'm not a fan of black. Like, I feel like wherever you put black, you can always replace the color. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. I love like black. Like, I have, my black purse. I have, but I'm a bag person and I love colors. I just, love a color. Love the colors. Who wants to sit in misery when comfort is a cool setting away? But I'm just saying, like, see, the problem was, like, we normally get a couple of weeks where I can have my windows open and let the fresh air come through. But like we literally just went from winter to summer. Like there was no middle. There was like this time last week. Well, no, not even this time. 3 days ago, my heat was still on. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally, there was no middle. There was no middle. Moral of the story: don't step away. The presence of crackheads is. Wait a minute, not the crackheads in ShopRite. Went to
Who's the
ShopRite,
crackhead?
closed the section door, and cracked. And a crackhead hauled ass with my purse. The bag had 4 huge bottles of breast milk, and my wallet was in it for some reason. But thank God. So did you get it back? You said, but thank God. So that means you got it back? Yeah, Shawana. I'm actually getting ready to do, as soon as I get off of here, I'm actually going to do that video, and I'm going to do my weird there. Weird here.
We're here.
My weird here video. I was gonna do it last night because I did look at it last night, and I sat here fussing because that episode made me really cut some people out, and I was like, maybe I need to wait because
I haven't seen it yet.
A bunch of people, not we're there, but the growing up hip hop, yeah, because some people was gonna get it. Some people was gonna get it. Okay,
Plus them.
they still gonna get it though.
What they gonna do? Be mad? They can't fight. Clearly, they can't fight.
Who can't fight?
The people on growing up hip hop.
Why they can't fight?
Because they ain't. If they would, they would have.
Huh?
I don't know. I'm just adding to my two cents. I just thought I thought it so.
Somebody actually sucker punched somebody last night.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Not
yes.
sucker punch God! Oh no, God! Oh no, God!
Yes, honey. Sucker punched the hooker. And the funny thing is, like, I'm torn on it because the person that got sucker punched is the person who be running around talking the most shit. But in that exact moment, at that time, like, she didn't deserve that. But her history on the show is like, but you've been running around for the last 3 years talking about you'll fight somebody and you'll do this and nobody need to fuck with you because you so hard and you so street and you grew up so this, that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What's that?
right. Because, you know, the show was growing up hip hop. So she tried so hard to separate herself from, oh, I didn't grow up hip hop. I didn't grow up privileged and
Then why the hell you on the show then, bitch? What you?
But then, but when she wants to, she tries to throw it in there. Because she's Kendu Isaac's daughter.
Oh, Brianna.
Yeah.
One with the purples.
So when she feels like it, she tries to throw in there about, well, yeah, because Mary, da-da-da-da-da. And when I was with Mary, da-da-da-da. But then you don't want to act like, but then when it fits you, when it's, you know, when it's comfortable for you, then all of a sudden,
well, two things can be true at the same time.
No, they can't. No, they absolutely can be true. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just convenient for her to pull them out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I gotta get my hair done. Like,
oops. I'm gonna drop my contour palette on the floor, God. I'll pick it up in a minute. Did you see my new blush from Fenty? The cream blush.
Oh, that's the cream blush. Oh,
it's so tiny. Look, it's so cute. It's so tiny. The problem is that production begged her not to fight, but let Egypt bop her, and she couldn't fight back. Well, I remember seeing the outtakes where she was like, I'm calling my attorney because this bitch just hit me. And then the production was like, no. And she was like, no, because y'all begged me not to react to this girl and begged me not to do nothing. And I said I would be cool. And then she hit me and y'all motherfuckers was standing there like, what? I was like,
and that's what Shawana was just saying. Yeah, because I saw it like when she went live and stuff before, you know, I saw all of that. And that's my thing. And like she said, because she brings up a good point. She was like, look, I have never, like, for all of my barking, for all of my rah-rah, I've never hit anybody. I've never put my hands on anybody on the show. And I had to sit there and think about it. And I was like, you know what? She's right. She never hit nobody. Like, she do a whole lot of talking, but she never hit nobody. The closest she came was she did throw a drink on somebody. And she said he looked dry.
well,
I was like, all right, Brianna, just let that go. And here's the thing. I like Brianna. Like, I know what Brianna's purpose is on the show. You know what I mean? Like I like her. They brought her on the show to be that person, and she plays it well. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the villain. Like you're supposed to be the villain, so you can't get mad at the villain for playing their position well. Like if you're a good villain, you're a good villain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? KK, I'm gonna get something. I don't know what yet. I'd probably just get some lip gloss, but I probably am.
I'm trying to find the new.
Right, Shawana. When she said it, I had to think about it. Like, wait a minute. Yes, and then I was like, no, she hasn't. Now she always talking about she'll fight somebody, but she has not put her hands on anybody. She is absolutely correct. You know, and my thing is, I don't know. And the thing is, like, you could tell this shit's real. Like, this is not for show. Like, it wasn't like you could tell this shit's real. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like the new Brianna too. I do. I like this season, Brianna. Yeah, the season when she was clearly, you could tell she was just high as a fucking kite or drunk or whatever. Whenever she showed up for filming, you could tell she was just high or drunk or whatever. But I do.
That boy was beating her up. That boy was beating her up. That's what that was.
That was the first season. But I absolutely feel where she's coming from. Like she really genuinely cares about Egypt. Like I believe it's coming from a place of genuine love. Like I absolutely believe that.
Well, she feeling her puss, so there's that.
Yeah, she's feeling it because she got that old no good. And then, did you see how much of you? Oh, yeah, I'm about to do my review as soon as I get off of here.
Oh, because you just brimming with feelings about the whole situation.
Because it was a lot last night. There were different situations that I had opinions about. Like it was the whole fight situation, and then it was the boyfriend running around acting a fool situation, and then it was the whole Lil Romeo situation. So I had some.
I'm sick of Lil Romeo and his daddy. Listen, y'all is not. You not even that cute little boy to be running around acting like this. Like your dick ain't even that big. Lower your voice when you talking.
But here's the thing. Here's how you know it's crazy. Nobody understands what's going on, including production.
Production is like, what the fuck?
Mama Six. I'm sorry for all the crap I gave you about your toothbrushes. Please play and make it with us again. I promise I won't be hard on you anymore.
Both her and little baby is both Becky. I have to watch out for blush because my cheeks look like I'm wearing blush when I'm not. I have red cheeks from time to time. Okay. Yeah, you just have to, and your foundation doesn't cover, because your foundation should bring you to like an even tone. Well, now that I put concealer on, it's not an even tone. But when it's just my foundation, it should be all one tone. It should cover up any redness. You may have to, if it doesn't, you may want to put a color corrector on underneath. And I believe it's a green color corrector that you want to use to cancel out the red. Not an orange. Orange, I use an orange color corrector because I have like dark blue, black, purpley bruises under my eyes. So if I use a color corrector, I'll use an orange color corrector to cancel out the blue, black. If you are trying to cancel out the red cheeks, it would be a green color corrector that you would use, because green, color theory, green cancels out red. That's what that is. And this has been your color theory lesson for the day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I need
Bye,
to.
Danny.
I love you, Danny.
Okay. Thank you, Danny. I'll share the video.
Knocking on your door, asking your mama if you can play with us. Listen. Oh gosh. Oh, that tickled me, Jesus. Okay.
I just did not know if my learning style was conducive to how y'all were trying to teach.
You're welcome, boo. I still ain't got no. When I go out with this man, I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna buy a lighter to light this candle.
What was I getting ready to say? Oh, yeah, but what I was saying with the little Romeo Master P thing, this how you know it's crazy. Even production is confused. And they broke the fourth wall, not once, but twice on this episode because they're confused about what the hell is going on. So that's how you know that storyline is real too, because production is sitting there like, we don't understand.
Like, what the hell you talking about? Okay, and this is what I'm going to use today.
Urban vibes.
Of course, we're starting here with that's where we're gonna start. This is almost the exact color of my skin. Mm-hmm. Like, what is Romeo on the issue though? What is his issue?
That's what nobody literally nobody understands. Last season, Romeo stopped speaking to pretty much everybody on the show. He unfollowed everybody on social media. Nobody knows what's going on. Even Angela Simmons, who, mind you, is his co-executive producer, like they started the show together. He even ghosted her. And so she was just like, I have no idea what's going on with him. He won't return any of my phone calls. He won't talk to anybody. Like, he didn't show up for any, like, he wouldn't show up for scenes unless the scenes were dealing with him, like they were his events or something. He didn't show up for hardly any scenes. When he did, he'd show up and would leave after like 10 or 15 minutes. Like, nobody understood what his problem was. And he was like, sometimes you just need to get away from everything and you just need to reset. And he started talking like real zen. And like, he left to go do a movie or whatever. And when he left, he had like this going away party, and Angela and them showed up to the going away party, and she tried to talk to him, and he was just like, yeah, this is not the time for that. It's not the place. It's not the time. And she was like, what do you mean? Like, I've called you. You don't call me back. Like, I've texted you. And he would not talk to her. So then, of course, JoJo, got in his feelings because he was like, you playing my sister. Like, you said you would be there for her when her
boy died.
Well, yeah. She was like, you said you would be there for her. You would know where to be found. You ghosted her. Like, you weren't there like you said you was going to be, or whatever. And now you won't even speak to her. Like, now you won't even talk to her. You know what I mean? So then this season, and whenever they try to talk to Master P, of course, Master P, he did what a father would do. He was defending his son, acting like it's not a big deal. They making such a big deal about this. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And I'm like, well, what's not a big deal if
it's not a big deal, then why isn't he talking to anybody if it's not a big deal? Like, I don't understand. That don't make no sense.
Oh, is that what it is? Twitter ate his ass up and now he mad? Well, but he was wrong. Like, and again, even when he said, because like now today, because on last
I know there was like a slick, he was trying to shame Angela for how he's
talking about something. I don't like the pictures she be putting on her Instagram, and
but you like all the Instagram thought pictures.
Right, but hold up, but mind you, you literally just climbed out of a pool with 4-5 women in thong bikinis, but you don't like how Angela be on Instagram, nigga. What? Like, I'm gonna need you to get it together. Like, I'm gonna need you to go sit down.
I need you not to be what the misogyny. What nigga?
Well, he does to a certain extent, little baby, because he said that on last night's episode that he's not gonna argue with people who are beneath him.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, this nigga tripping. Okay.
And then he was like, we're just co-workers. But my thing is, okay, even when you are just somebody's co-worker, you still show up when it's time to show up. You still stay as long as you're supposed to stay. You still show that type of respect to your co-workers. Like, you're not like what, and then Master P talking about something. What's the big deal? All of this because he unfollowed some people. What's the big deal? And I'm like, then why did he do it? If it didn't mean anything, if it's a big deal about who you follow and who follows you, then why did you make such a big deal about? Then why did you unfollow everybody on the show? Like, you did it for a reason. There was a reason why you did it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if it wasn't a big deal, why did you do it? So I don't know what his issue was, but like I said, I got some opinions. Romeo has always been a favorite, and they ate him up about the party and unfollowing folks. Good. Oh, okay, little baby. Oh, she singing songs. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. Like I said, production doesn't understand because even production, because they were like, yeah, we're gonna call a business meeting because that's what this is. This is business. So we're gonna call a business meeting like we do in our businesses. We call it a business meeting, and then they're gonna learn the truth. And then they tried to walk out the room, and production was like, wait a minute, wait, stop. And like they showed this production stopping them, and they were like, well, what you mean? What you mean stop? Like they were like, you didn't give us enough. They were like, what you mean you ain't give us enough? They were like, well, you started explaining what the problem is, but then you stop. Like we need to know what the issue is. We need to know what's going on. And Master P and Romeo was just like, you got it. You got what you're gonna get. That's it. But when you say and then the truth is gonna be told, what truth? Like production was like, what truth? What are y'all talking about? So they're confused. Nobody knows what's wrong with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Then they tell my son, we sent out an email to everybody for this business meeting. Come to find out, all the citizens was like, we ain't get no email. Now, again, I give people credit to a certain extent, but you ain't forget, all of them email didn't pop back. Like, it's 3 of them. You mean tell me out of all 3 siblings, if you send out this email to the whole cast, none of them got the email? None of them got the email?
Right.
Like, stop it. Production said something about him saying something different off camera. And yeah, okay. Yeah, they did say that too. Yeah, that it was a different. Yeah, they were like, you saying something different now. I don't know what the issue is. Like, I really don't know what the issue is. But I really think Romeo wants to stop doing the show, but he can't. I really think that's what it is. I really think that whatever.
If they that cool of friends, isn't that just a conversation that they can have? We can figure out a way to get you out of it. Just say that's what it is. Don't just be acting like an asshole all the time, and then we got to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. Yeah.
I think, and you see this a lot with these reality shows that people get stuck and they want to get out, but they don't know how to get out. So it's almost like they self-sabotage it so that they can get off the show. And in his case, he's a producer. So, but I feel like the reality of the situation is Romeo can leave and nobody would notice. Right. He's barely been
you had barely been on the show to begin with.
Right. Well, in the beginning, he was on a lot more than he is now. In the beginning, he was on a lot more. But the last 3 seasons, he's barely been on the show. Like the first season, it was a lot of him. The first 2 seasons, I would say, it was a lot of Romeo because they were trying to push this whole Romeo and Angela thing. So it was a lot in the beginning. But these last season,
ever since Angela got pregnant.
Well,
come on.
No, because when Angela got pregnant, she wasn't really on the show as much because obviously, but he started like they had this whole fake storyline where some, he thought maybe he got somebody pregnant and he was still kind of on the show a little bit. But remember, for those of you who've been watching the show, remember when he had that guest appearance on Empire and he left. He had planned this big event, but he ended up leaving. He didn't even go to his own event because he got the opportunity to be on Empire. And Master P was like, okay, so like that was fucked up. Like this was your event, you planned it. And it was one of those, how they had these reality, it was an event for the reality show. Like it wasn't a real event, but it was for the, it was for the show. Right. And he left and went to go film for Empire. He was like, this opportunity, I just can't give up. And, people who love me will understand and da 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 da. And I was just like, so I really feel like he's been over it. But again, I feel like his father.
Jesus Christ. It ain't that deep. You not that. Okay.
Yeah, he was upset when she got pregnant. Yeah, she was. Rome was wrong for talking shit to Vanessa, who was so scary, non-confrontational about Angela. That's also why JoJo was pissed. Not only him judging Ange, but putting Vanessa in that position. Yeah, the thing is, and that's why I'm saying they playing games, because if I have a problem with you, I'm not going to go to your sister and talk to you about it and talk to your sister about it. I know
my sister not going to allow you to do that.
Right. But I damn sure know that my sister's going to go back and tell you. Like your sister's going to go back and tell you. Even if your sister didn't cut me off, I damn sure know that your sister's going to pick up the phone as soon as I leave and be like, yo, you need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Oh my God, Amber, I'm sorry. Okay, we're definitely.
We're
Oh,
gonna
wow.
keep you in prayer, Amber.
I'm sorry, Amber.
I'm sorry for your loss, sweetheart.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's what I really think that's what it is, y'all. I really think Romeo wants to get off the show and they're trying to figure out a way. But again, I feel like I don't know if the whatever concept I don't know what the deal, but I really think that's what it boils down. So I think he's just over it. I think he's just over it. But the funny thing is, I think Angela was over it and they made her stay. I really do. I think Angela was over it and she didn't really want to do it anymore. And they sort of, I don't know if they held the contract over her head to make her stay or whatever the situation is, but Angela had checked out for a minute. Like she would only show, she didn't
That's
film with
like
anybody
a
else.
pattern with her and Vanessa. They start up something and then they just like, okay, I'm over it and move on.
Yeah. So I don't know. Because I've noticed over the last couple of seasons more and more Simmons is it's almost like Run's house again because first it was just Angela, then Vanessa started showing up, then she became part of the cast. Then they tried to bring the other sister in, and the other sister was like, "Yeah, I'm not here for your shenanigans and foolishness. I won't be here." Then JoJo would show up every once in a while, and then JoJo became part of the show. Then last season, you started seeing Reverend Run, and I was like, "Okay, so we just gonna bring all the Simmonses on here. We just gonna make this Reverend Run." But I think it's because
They're trying to compensate for.
right because the star power that the whole masterpiece side of it is gone now. Because Rome is doing nothing. So. And I also think part of the problem too is they have all these spinoffs, and it's not a good look when the anchor show crumbles because then what happens with the spinoffs?
What's the spinoff?
They have Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop New York now. I mean, Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, Growing Up New York.
What's our growing up in Atlanta is the one with
Bow Wow.
with Shad.
Yeah. And Bow Wow been on growing. He been on this one with Angela, flirting with Angela. Angela likes him though. You can tell that she totally deals with Bow Wow totally differently than she did with Romeo. You could tell she ain't see it for Romeo, but she actually blushes and stuff when Bow Wow flirts with her. She blushes like
Okay, well clearly she doesn't make good choices. We can listen.
No, they just been listen. That's that puppy love. That's that. You got that one person. I think for her, she knows, like in her conscious mind, she knows he's not the answer. But I think that there's a part of her that's always going to be partial to him. He was her first love, and I don't care what nobody say. I think he was her first. And she could say she was a virgin all she want, but I don't believe it. I think her and Bow Wow was getting it in. Because see, if you listen to Bow Wow talk long enough, he tells she keeps up the facade, but he tells the story. Like he said something last night when she came. I want to say it was last episode or last week's episode where he was talking about when he slipped up a couple of times because one time he slipped up and said something about her living with him. Y'all keep that when she was talking about the apartment and she was like, he was like, "Does look familiar?" And she was like, "Yeah, this is where you used to stay." He was like, "You remember when you used to stay with me?" Did y'all peep that when that was way back, like the beginning of the season, and then it was either last week or the week before last when he was talking about how she always got to be dressed up, and she was like, he said something about, well, you know how you all when you come over my house, the first thing you do is put on some of my sweats and t-shirt. You know how you always got to change your clothes when you get to my house. Like he just he lets a lot of shit slide about how just you know what I'm saying? Like Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta was trash. Bow Wow and Deb can't carry that show. Growing Up Hip Hop. You know what, Shawana? I listen. I still have Growing Up Hip Hop New York in my DVR. I looked at the first 2 episodes, and I don't think I looked at. And again, I want to go back and
be carrying that show.
Huh?
Who are the people in New York?
They had some good people in New York. Hold on. Fat Joe, Kid.
Thank you. All right, the tea's in here too?
Yeah, everything should be in there.
Okay, thank you. So they had Fat Joe's son. They had Herb Gotti's son and daughter, I believe. They had Flavor Flav's 2 kids, well, 2 of his kids, because he got 20 kids. They had
What you said?
Ja Rule's son, daughter. They had Kid Capri's daughter.
Kid Capri. Okay, sorry, I had a flashback.
I know you can't say Kid Capri without Kid Capri. And Old Dirty Bastard's ignorant ass son. So here was the reason why
Old Dirty Bastard was ignorant as well. So you know what?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, I knew he was simple when he said that he's tired of people comparing him to his dad, and he's trying to make a way for himself. But he was sitting there with his dad hairstyle. Maybe if you don't want people to compare you to your father, you don't need to walk around with the doo-doo braids that are all over your head, looking just like your dad.
Baby, come on, baby.
Right.
Walk right every time.
So my thing is, if you don't, this is supposed to have extra ice. This ain't no extra ice. So you don't want to be compared to your daddy. How about you try not looking like your dad? Okay, Charlie. See, I didn't look long enough. I didn't see enough episodes to get to Charlie Baltimore. And part of me, let me tell you what. First of all, I was burnt out on growing up hip hop.
Oh, she froze, God. I'm so into you. This gold is gorgeous, but it's not the right color gold that I need. Fantasy, baby, when our eyes, you entertain me on and on and. She buffering. She gonna come back in a minute. Cause she's just a sweet, sweet fantasy, babe. Fantasy. Shooby dooby doo doo doo. I'll wait for her to come back. All right, so we're gonna do a different. I think this will do. I had to go into my color pop because I'm trying to match the yellow, the gold to the yellow. Let's see if this do it. Jesus Christ, that's bright. Y'all think that's too much? Oh, here she comes.
y'all know my internet.
What happened, boo?
I don't know. My internet is trash. Like the last couple of weeks, it's been really trashy. I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyway, I was sort of burnt out on loving hip hop. I mean, growing up hip hop, and that's why I taped New York. But I looked at the first 2 episodes, and it irritated my soul.
Like, oh, yeah.
What I'm not getting ready to do is sit here and review a show where one son, father make excuses for his bad behavior because Irv Gotti was sitting there defending his son.
Not anything that's gonna match my eyes. I just realized I'm gonna be like in a gray t-shirt and black jeans. I think this eye look is too much.
Abby, you better hurry up. Look at with the time.
He'll be all right. He ain't even responded to my let's push it back to 2. He'll be fine. Shit. Well, I got the day off. I have all night. I have the rest of the weekend. It's whatever. It's whatever. Listen.
This has no ice in it. I put extra ice, motherfucker.
Oh, they thought you was delivering it to me because I asked for the least amount of ice possible because you people like to fill up the cup. And then when I get down to it, don't be nothing left but ice in my cup. Hey, E. Starkey.
Hey, Starkey.
I'm just going to listen. Y'all, I'm going to have to reconfigure this look. I'm going to have to reconfigure. You're absolutely right. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to reconfigure because this is too much. I went crazy. Okay, I'll save this for tomorrow. We'll redo this tomorrow. I gotta reconfigure. I gotta reconfigure and quickly. Hold on. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do. Hold on.
Wow.
It's just a sweet, sweet fantasy, baby.
It does, doesn't it?
What happened? I went
Your
crazy.
tattoo matches your your eyeshadow matches your
That's
tattoo.
my tattoo. I know, but you barely gonna even see that. Okay, hold on. Should I just cover it and start over or wash it off? I think I should just cover it. I think I should just cover it. Okay, hold on. Dear Juvia's Place, thank you. No, wear a yellow sundress. I'm not wearing a dress. What you mean? No, we going to in the woods in the park. I'm not wearing a friggin'. You're not gonna stress me. You're not. You're not. Y'all tried to break me earlier in this live, and now y'all trying to.
I know it does, Amber. It's a process. It's a process. You just gotta be there for your friend.
Recovering my eyes, cause this. I'm changing the beat. Shawana, go on, let it go, boo. Dear Julia's Place, thank you for being so full coverage that you will cover anything, any and everything. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, that's probably him texting me now. And invited everyone you knew. You would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
What's that? Primer?
No, this is foundation. This is my Julia's Place foundation.
Oh, okay. Thank you. They are good. Oh, damn it. I just dropped one on the floor, too. Shit.
Listen, this foundation will cover your sins, my sins, her sins, his sins.
They said domestic violence has gone up during this pandemic.
Yes, it has.
People being stuck with people, you know.
Right, and they can't get out. Oh, God. Is your brother Legacy the guy who...
Is your brother Legacy?
No, he's not. No. He's not. He's not the one who did the remix, no.
I'm about to say my brother. I was like, my brother ain't do nothing.
You know what, man?
They get on my damn nerves.
He said he ain't did nothing but get on your nerves. Jesus, fix it, God. Dear Pat McGrath, where is... Oh, there you go. Who's texting me now? No, because I feel the same way.
I'm telling you, I feel like the divorce rate is going. Yeah, the divorce rate is definitely going to be through the roof.
I just covered it. I covered it. Yeah, once this, yeah, because if you can't be, a lot of relationships that weren't built on firm foundation.
Mm-hmm. Then you get stuck in the house.
Bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored.
You want to see the big.
Don't the song get stuck in your head? And a card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Neutral. Okay.
Oh, Abby, I forgot to send you those pictures so you could tell me which one. I forgot. I have to do that right now before I forget again.
Please do.
And then I need to pay my bills before I start shopping.
Me too. I'm waiting for my internet and phone bill to come out, and then I can see what I have left to play with. Play stuff.
Because this is my paycheck that my car note come out of.
Your glory.
But did I tell y'all I got the blessing? Oh, I told y'all about that. My blessing from my Geico.
Yes, there was a 15.
It was like, you owe $17. I said, that's a $17 blessing. Thank you.
I know that's right. I need to send baby girl $20 for the RN renter's insurance so she can pay that. Forgot. No, I forgot.
Exactly, L Love. I would hate it too. You don't realize how much time you spend apart until you stuck it. Yeah. Especially if both of y'all work and you know what I mean? Like you really don't realize how much time you really not with somebody until you with somebody. Because listen, when my sister went back to work, her co-workers was like, oh, I know you didn't want to leave the baby. I know you weren't. She was like, no, thank you.
I wanted to leave.
Oh, no. Because Trey is in that terrible 2 phase, honey, and he is full of energy. Like he wear me out looking at him. I be looking at him like
I'm tired just looking at you.
Right, because he don't walk nowhere. Everywhere's a run.
That's too. And listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everywhere is a run, honey. And I be like, little boy. And he just goes from one toy to the next toy to the next. Like he just.
I'd be like, you just don't never get tired. You just never gonna be tired.
Right, like you just gonna never stop. You just ain't gonna never stop.
He said he ain't never tired. He don't know what you heard.
Child.
Okay. All right. So you okay.
She said, "I love say you getting out of here, fool." I know that's right. But yeah, that was my thing, Shawana. When I looked at the first 2 episodes, I just didn't know if I felt like committing to a whole season of Irv Gotti making excuses for his son's bad decisions, Flavor Flav's daughter acting a goddamn fool, and everybody asking Ja Rule's daughter about her daddy taking all them white people money. Like, I was like, if that's what everybody's storyline gonna be, I just don't know. I don't know if I had the energy.
How did your daddy taking all those white folks' money, Jesus?
Right, because like in the first 2 episodes, that's what we saw. Like in the first 2 episodes, Irv Gotti's son. Here's what irritated me about the whole thing with Irv Gotti's son. Irv Gotti was raising his sons in that misogyny that men can do whatever they want to do. Boys will be boys. But my daughter better be just pious and righteous. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be one thing if he was like, listen, this is how I am. But it was like, I just felt like he was defending that shit. Like his son had got pulled over and they were smoking weed in the car and he had gotten arrested. And his son was like, nah, Dad, it wasn't me. I didn't know they had weed in the car. No, wow. Dad. Right, but thank you. Why Irv Gotti act like he believed that shit? And I was like, see, it's one thing. I would have respected you more.
So you're trying to be willfully ignorant about your children, is what
right.
you're saying?
And my thing is, I would have respected it more if he had said, listen, son, like I know y'all was smoking weed. Like I know y'all were. But listen, you got to be smarter. You know that you driving a nice car, you live in a decent day. Like I would have even respected him more if he had that conversation with him. Because at the end of the day, his son, if they're going to smoke weed, they're going to smoke weed. Like, that ship has sailed. Like Irv Gotti was probably smoking weed their whole life. Like that ship has sailed. But I would have respected him more if he had the conversation about just being smarter about the decisions. You understand what I'm saying? When my little cousin, and I'm not even no celebrity, my little cousin, the same thing happened to my little cousin. Him and his friends got caught smoking weed in the car. Right? He thought I was really gonna, because of course his mama called me because he was like I was like his co-parent. Okay, I was like his third parent. So I came over that night after because he didn't get arrested. He got a ticket.
Nobody got arrested, but the police did give them tickets where they had to appear, right? The police did them a favor and didn't arrest nobody because it wasn't enough weed. Like it was, they found the residue, so they didn't really have like weed. So
Right.
anyway, so they gave my other cousin got the ticket, the one who had the actual paraphernalia. He had the grinder and the papers and stuff. So they gave him the ticket to appear. The rest of them, they let them go with like a, don't let this happen again type shit. And like I said, and my argument is because at that point he had graduated from high school, he was getting ready. It was that summer between high school and college, and I was like, listen, don't let yourself get caught up in no bullshit that's going to jeopardize your future over some weed. Like at the end of the day, I don't like the fact that you smoke weed. I don't support the fact that you smoke weed, but you do. Like that ship has sailed. You do. So my thing is, you have too many other places you can be smoking weed other than in your goddamn car in front of somebody's house. Because that's what happened. The neighbor called the police on them. Other than in some strange person's neighborhood in somebody else's house. First of all, your daddy smoked weed. Go talk to him. Like I said, push come to shove, come to my house. Again, I don't like it, but I would much rather you sit in my house smoking weed than out here on the street and get your ass in trouble. Like right. I would have respected that conversation more than you sitting there pretending like you believe that your son wasn't in the car with his friends smoking weed. Like, stop playing. And then, like a couple of days after he got out of jail, they had a birthday party for him, and you bought him like a $50,000 Rolex. What?
Yeah, I'd have took that back to the store.
And the daughter said that the daughter was like, because his daughter lives with the mother, and she minimally lives off of his money. Because I ain't gonna say she 100% don't live off of her daddy money, but she minimally lives off the money, right? And she was just like, this is ridiculous. Like she was sitting at that birthday party like,
because if this had been me,
right? And that's exactly what she said. She was like, if it had been me, she said, so he literally just got bailed out of jail. Like he literally just, and he's sitting here. Like I get it. You want to acknowledge your kids' birthdays, and even if you had already bought the watch, you can hold on to it to a better opportunity. That to me, it just sent a really bad fucking message. Then you have Flavor Flav daughter who still got daddy issues because daddy wasn't there, wanting to fight every damn body. She was the Brianna of the show. Like she was there to just start shit.
Oh Lord.
Dimetap? I remember my mom used to give me Dimetap. Did I ever have Pedialyte? Y'all know what I used to like the taste of? I know this is gonna sound nasty to y'all. Y'all remember the strawberry medicine they would give you for ear infections?
Penicillin.
Okay, is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
I just remember it was strawberry flavored.
Yeah,
I used to like that.
It tastes good. They made it like that on purpose.
So
kids would take it.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
I remember stealing my sisters and eating and drinking my sisters down. My mother was like, "That's medicine. It's not. What are you doing?" I was like, "It tastes good." So Shabana, that's why I didn't review it. If it comes back for a season 2, I'll review season 2 because I got to get caught up on season 1.
I'm not fooling with you.
I thought about doing a cleaning out my DVR series of reviews because I have a lot of stuff in my DVR of shows that like I have the whole season of, but I never reviewed it because I like looked at the first episode and I was like, Black Ink Crew Compton. I was like, I'm not doing this. Nope. Growing Up Hip Hop New York. I got the whole season.
They just did the one season of Compton, right?
Well, yeah. I don't know if they're going to do a second season or not, but they only did the one so far. I have remember when what's that girl name? Keisha Cole had like that 2-hour special on BET a couple of months back. I taped it. I never watched it. So I was like, I got all this shit in my DVR and now I have time to watch all this extra shit, especially with TV shows going off and stuff not coming back. I said, I should do a cleaning out my DVR version of my reviews and just all the shows that I was going to review, but I never got around to reviewing or I decided not to review. I should do reviews of now.
You should.
I know if nobody else, Shawana will look at my growing up hip hop reviews. She like my growing up hip hop. It'd just be me and Shawana.
Silly.
That's why I didn't review it, little baby, because I was like, I can't do this. And then when I had the girl on there from the code, I said, oh no, I can't. I'm not doing this. I know they had Forrest Gump last week.
I watch Forrest Gump whenever. If I'm like going through the channels and Forrest Gump on, I'll stop and watch it. And no matter where it's at in the movie, I'm just gonna.
That's how I am. Listen, when I was in France, they had Forrest Gump on, and it was in French and with no subtitles, and I still watched that shit. Why? Because I knew the whole damn dialogue. I didn't need the French. I didn't need the subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to drive over to that McDonald's, and I'm about to ask whoever made my goddamn Big Mac, and I'm gonna tip their ass. This is the best Big Mac I have had in years. I don't know who did this.
You gonna come in there and be like, "Who's responsible for this?"
And I'm just gonna put a tip on it. I'm like, here. Like seriously, this is a good ass Big Mac.
Okay, Amber. We're praying for you, honey.
Okay, baby. We're gonna keep you in prayer, sweetie.
That damn Big Mac.
No, James, I think is reviewing it, but I can't. I did Sisters for y'all. I did Sisters. Hey, Scooter Boo. Is he still on the potty? Hey, Scooter Boo. Scooter calling me, Ma. Yeah, I think James is reviewing it. Or at least I know he reviewed the first episode. I don't know if he's going to do the whole season, but James normally doesn't do that. If he starts something, he normally will finish it. So now it'll also depend on views. If nobody's watching it, then he'll be like, well, fuck it, don't nobody want to watch it. So, but you liked it, Shawana? It was good? Because I just got done with Sisters. I'm just not ready for another Tyler. And they doing a season 2 of Sisters.
Listen, I don't have time for the bullshit express.
Did y'all see with Tyler Perry? He's opening up his studio in July, and he's going to sequester them like for the duration of filming, and then that's the way he's going to keep them safe. He's going to sequester everybody. So they're going to be filming the show and like I guess staying on his property or whatever, or he's going to rent out a hotel or whatever for everybody.
Some of them houses that they built for production are like fully functional houses,
and that might be
like with plumbing and everything.
Yeah, I didn't read the whole article. I read like I skimmed through it. But that's probably what he's going to do then. I'm sure. I mean, no one's trying to
have something sanitized from the rooter to the tutor and have them people in there and everybody just be.
Well, that sounds good, Daddy. But yeah, that's actually not a bad. I mean, honestly, that's really not a bad idea because I know Tyler Perry be filming his whole season in 2 weeks any damn way. So I mean, that's really not a bad idea.
Not in 2 weeks.
No, he does. He did that last movie he did where everybody was talking about the wigs. They filmed that in 10 days. But the problem is it looks like it. Like that's part of the problem is don't brag about, oh, we only took, because it looks like you did it in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but yeah, The Life of Miss Miles. Oh, well, thank you for the love.
Thank you for coming through. Do you think this lash is too much? Should I get a smaller lash?
Did you get a drink? They need to only be sending bottle drinks. Oh, okay.
It can.
It's pretty.
Well, that's not the.
It's very subtle. It's pretty.
Okay.
What?
You said it's subtle.
It is. You can barely see anything. It's just brown. But you said that the yellow and the
no, I'm talking about the eyelash, not the.
Oh. I like it. I like it. Was it 5 days, Shawana? Did I give him 5 days too many? Child. Tyler looked like he's stingy with the production. He just, again, I feel like there are things that he takes pride in that I think he shouldn't. The fact that you take pride in the fact that it only take you a week to do something, I don't think that's something you should be prideful about, because good production sometimes takes a while. And it'd be different if your products didn't look like it, but your products look like it.
Yeah, I do. I have like a more wispier pair because I feel like these are real dramatic and doing a lot. Okay, we're gonna do a different pair of lashes.
Right. He's doing 27 episodes in 2 weeks. That's crazy. That's just crazy to me. Right. The quality is cheap. The writing is bad. And the acting is horrible. And this is what pisses me off about Tyler Perry. There'll be people on his shows and their acting will be horrible on his show. And then I'll see them on something else and they be knocking it out the box. I'm like, so that's your directing.
But he's not always the director, though.
Yes, he is. Tyler Perry, look at the credits. Written, directed, produced, arranged.
I was trying to help. I was just
he make the food. He does wardrobe. He do the makeup. He color the wigs. Hey, Sylvia.
See, he wasn't even paying me no mind. He just said, "Oh, acknowledge my text message that I sent over an hour ago." He's like, "Okay."
Look at the end. It'll be written, produced, directed by Tyler Perry.
Listen, I was just trying to help.
I know. And he appreciates it. Exactly, little baby. Exactly, child. What time is it? All right. I got to get ready to get these 2 reviews done because I got to get to my mama house. I may go live from my parents' house today if they see what they doing over there, child. Good,
because they are commody. Do you hear me?
Did I tell you about my mama fussed at me about calling my father?
What you mean? What about calling her?
Okay, so me and my mother have this running joke, right? Where I'll talk to my mother. My father's not a phone person. Like face to face, me and my dad have the best conversations. On the phone, it's very, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing? That's great. Okay, you need anything? Nah, I'm good. Okay, cool. Like that's not like my dad is just not a big phone person. Like he really isn't. But face to face, me and my dad we could talk for hours. So when I call the house, 99.9% of the time, I don't call for my dad. I call for my mother. And my father don't answer the phone. Like the only time my dad answers, when my father answers the phone, I know either 2 things. Either my mama not home or she in the bathroom and couldn't get to the phone. Like my dad just doesn't answer the phone. So I called my mother. This was the week before Mother's Day. And I was calling for my father to find out what we were going to do for Mother's Day. My mother answered the phone. So we had, the joke. The running joke is I'll be like, where my daddy? And she'd be like, I don't know. And we do this whole little back and forth. Sometimes my mother be like, I don't know, who is your daddy? Like we do this whole little back and forth.
Who is your daddy?
Girl.
I don't know.
Listen. Or then she'll be like, he left me. I'm like, he'll be back. Don't nobody want him but you. We had this whole little joke. Because that's the truth. Don't nobody want, listen. Them little women of the church be flirting with my daddy. My mama be like, they'll send him back. Anyway, so I called my mother and I was like, Mom, where daddy? Why do you always call here looking for your father? I don't understand why you always call asking for your father. You always looking for your daddy. If you want to talk to your daddy, call him.
Wow, I feel like you're in your feelings about this whole situation.
Hold up, pause. I said, Mom,
I don't ever.
Same phone number. I did call him. She had to think about it and just started laughing. She was serious, like, oh. I said, I did call his number. It's the same phone number. What number am I supposed
She had to think about it for a second. She was in her
Right,
feelings.
she really did. Because she was just like, she said, I mean, why don't you call him if you want to talk to him? I said, Ma, I did.
His number is the same as yours, ma'am.
And she really paused for a second and think about it. She was like,
I'm done. Did she freeze again? You back?
child, that's my mama. That was my mama. That was the ghost of my mama saying, you're going to stop talking about me. That was my mama. Really B is one of those friends that you don't really have to talk with. Just listen. I don't know how to take that. I'm not sure how you mean that, the life of Miss Miles, but I'm going to take it as yes. I do talk a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mama is, listen. You gotta catch my mama got the real, absolutely, Abby, absolutely. Ooh, yeah, absolutely. You gotta catch the you definitely gotta catch my mama is sarcastic as hell, and she be throwing them little jokes. Like I said, I'd be like, where my daddy? She'd be like, she's like, who is your daddy? It better be that.
Then I'd be like, if you don't know, we in trouble, sis. What you mean?
Right.
Daddy.
Or like when she be like, I'd be like, where my daddy? He left me. I'd be like, he'll be back. Hell.
Wow.
Right. Girl, that time they were at the church, and them women was them older women was talking about my dad, because my daddy drives the van for the church, right? That picks up the they have like a almost like a wellness thing at the church where they pick up the elderly people and they keep them there during the week. I mean, they let them come through during the week and they do little activities and stuff with them. And then on Sunday,
daycare.
Yeah, but it's not like every day, and it's not like all day. It's not like an everyday commitment. It's like a Tuesdays and Thursdays kind of thing. We're gonna play
bingo. Y'all come and play the bingos.
Yeah, we're gonna have aerobics or little stuff like that. So my dad used to drive the van. He don't do it anymore because it's dialysis, but he used to drive the van. And then on Sundays, he would drive, pick them up for church and then take them home after church. Mm-hmm. So, he had his little crew, honey. All them women used to love my daddy, okay? All my daddies, and they were sitting at the table one day talking about my dad and just talking about how nice he was and stuff like that. Girl, why one of the women gonna lean over and say, my mother was sitting at the next table, right? She could hear them, but I guess that, people, I guess they figured that my mama couldn't hear them. She gonna lean over talking about something. That's his wife right there.
I'd be like, and
listen, my mother said she couldn't do nothing but laugh. Because it wasn't like, child, listen.
I would have busted out laughing. You couldn't have did that to me because
my mama was cracking up.
Okay, can we just talk about the fact that I now have feels like double dimples? Do you see this dent here, and then there's one here? Like as I'm losing weight, like my face has stuff happening. Like there's an extra dimple right there. Like where did that come from? Like
no, Miss Life of Miles. I'm Miss Miles. No, I was a child. Listen, I've been talking my whole life. That's how my mother would start off the parent teacher conferences. My mother would be like, "I know she talked too much. What else?" Like I just already know that's what you're gonna say. I know she talks too much. What else? What else she doing in class? I know she talked too much. I know.
Let's talk about something we can actually fix.
Right, because
that talking thing ain't that ain't it.
Mm-mm.
Baby, do you see these two dents in my face?
My father says the noise level in the house goes up like 10 decibels when I walk in the door because I talk loud too. I'm loud. I'd be like, so your point is what?
My phone bill is paid, all $300 of it.
Oh, Jesus. I don't want to talk about phone bills.
Well, it's my phone, baby girl's phone, my Apple Watch, and my iPad.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm talking about. So the Apple Watch is extra on your bill.
Well, mine is. It doesn't have to be.
Oh, okay. Really B can be a great
I
listener
just
if
don't
he
know.
doesn't disclose anything from the circle. It's just, oh yeah, nah, no, it's a vote. It's a vote. Abby's like that too. I'm learning these last couple of weeks. Abby is very good at keeping the line. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's very good at giving you advice, but not what's the word I'm looking for? But not like being messy.
Thanks, boo.
Even if it's like within a group of friends. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's within a group of friends. And I can appreciate that and respect that. Because then I know I can trust and vent when I need to vent. And she can vent when she need to vent. And then we go on. Because sometimes you just need to say it and get it off your just say it and get it off your chest and then move on. Like it's not always, it don't always have to be an Ayala Van Zant moment. Like sometimes you're just mad and you just need to vent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Danny. Me and Danny
I
got
call
secret-
Lila.
Huh?
They are from my little cousin
Oh,
Jamal.
those are your little cousins?
Yes, these are her lashes in the style Layla. That's what these are.
I used to get that one too, child. Her mama. She's like, I know she talks too much. Let's what else? What else you got? What else you got?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm holding. Yeah, I got
my mama got my first grade teacher fired because she pulled me in because I could read when I got to first grade and read enough to where like I was like at the second, third grade level of reading by the time I got to kindergarten. And so she gave out the paper and said, wait, I'm going to read the instructions. I read the instructions, started doing the assignment. She got mad at me, pulled me up in front of the class and busted up my knuckles with a ruler. And then
oh yeah, I remember that story.
I went home and I came back the next day and I never saw that woman again. I went home and told my mama what happened. And then that lady magically disappeared.
Child. Listen, I went to Catholic school. The nuns had permission to spank us, and the nun did. She spanked me. I remember that.
Well, listen, corporal punishment was still a thing, but
yeah, it was.
But you told my knuckles up because I could read, like,
girl,
sis, that's not.
But you know what? And this is real talk, like real talk. That is something that as a teacher you have to learn because that is something that's a skill. And I'm not defending that woman. She shouldn't have put her hands on you. But when you are a teacher and you have something set in your mind about how a lesson is going to go and how you're going to do things, it's a control issue. And when the kids don't follow the directions, even in a positive way, like what you did, you started and you knew the directions and you worked ahead. A lot of times it throws you off and that's something, like I said, that's something as a teacher I had to let go of. I had to let go of that being in control. And I had to understand how to differentiate my classrooms. Like everybody doesn't know how to differentiate the classroom setting. And again, I'm not defending that woman for putting her hands on you. She was wrong. But I'm saying everybody doesn't have that skill of, okay, these set of kids are advanced and I'm going to let them work independently. These kids need me to kind of go step by step. And I think she did, and she might have just been that old school, do what I say, when I say do it, how I say do it. And I ain't defending her, but I know as an educator, that is something that, and I still struggle with it sometimes, but that is something that I had to really, really struggle with, that differentiation piece, because all kids are not at the same place.
Right.
They're not. And I think that, because I know, like for myself, we had 3 different reading groups in school, and I was always in the advanced reading group. And even then, I was advanced.
Right.
But not because I just like to read. I've always liked to read, and I still like to read. And I could read a novel in 2 days. Like when I go on vacation before the Kindle, thank God for the Kindle, but before the Kindle, I would pack 5 or 6 books when I'm on vacation. Because I literally
all I need is a quiet space and a good book and something to drink
Exactly. Put me on the beach with what? I could, and I already told y'all I could be on the beach for 8 hours, and I literally put me under an umbrella, give me the beach. I just need the sound of the beach. Give me a good book. Give me some libation, and I don't even want alcohol when I'm on the beach because it's already hot. Give me some cold
water.
Cold, ice cold, juicy.
I put water in the I put the water bottles in the freezer so they're frozen. Let me drink that water as it's melting. That cold water, bitch.
Listen,
Listen.
that ain't nothing but heaven. That's not. Listen, that's when I say I want to go on vacation. That's what I mean. I mean, I want to sit somewhere.
Yes.
On a beach in some shade.
Yes.
With an ice cold drink and a good book, and don't nobody bother me for hours. Leave me alone. I'll be over there in the corner. Just leave me alone. And just let me and my imagination have a good time with this good, and don't let the book be good. Listen. Okay, y'all. I am enamored with this little blush situation.
Yeah, the teacher was definitely wrong. Like I said, I'm not defending the teacher. I'm just saying I know as an educator, that was something I struggled with, was when you're writing your lesson plan, you already have in your mind what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. And anything that happens to throw that off, it just, and not every teacher can adjust quickly. Again, her reaction was totally wrong. I am in no way, shape, or form defending that woman. But I'm just saying, as an educator, those are the types of things that I myself have struggled with. And again, I still struggle with to a certain extent. My biggest challenge the last couple of years is that they've given me the advanced kids. And having the advanced kids is a totally different challenge.
Absolutely.
It is a totally different challenge. I'm welcoming the challenge. But matter of fact, I even called El Teddy at the beginning of this school year. And I was like, listen, actually, that's kind of how me and El Teddy got close, because I knew he taught like AP kids and stuff like that. And I went to him, to get some advice from him. And that's kind of how we started talking on a regular basis, because he would send me resources and I would talk to him. Because again, just because you're a teacher doesn't know it's not a one-stop shop. Like you don't have all the answers. And I'm going into my 22nd year of teaching. For the first 20 years of teaching, I always taught the below grade level kids. I could teach them all day long. I know what to do with them. But when you're giving me the kids who are above grade level, that's a totally different challenge. Yeah, backwards planning, absolutely. You definitely, exactly. And when you're writing a lesson plan, you know where you want to end up. The lesson, well, for me at least, the lesson plan is how am I going to get to here? I know where I want to be, right? It's like when you're going on vacation, you know you want to end up in Paris. Now you got to go back and plan how to get to Paris. So as a Capricorn, I don't like my plans being foiled in the slightest. If they are, then I give up on the rest. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like as a teacher, you just can't do it. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you how, listen, you could be in the middle of the best lesson of your life and have a fucking fire drill. Like you just can't control it. You just, child. Yeah, that vacation sounds perfect. And it's funny, Abby, because you already saw Danny said that that's perfect for her. But my best one of my sisters in our sister circle, one of my best friends, when we go on vacation, that is exactly what we do. I think I've told y'all that before. Literally, I'll get like I'm doing this summer, I'll rent like what I've rented this summer, Abby, and we'll go somewhere for a week. And literally we'll go to the grocery store the first night we get there. We'll pack our little snacks and stuff for the beach, our case of water for the beach and all of that. We'll have a cooler. The night before, we will pack up, we get our stuff ready. We'll get up in the morning. We'll pack up our cooler. We'll put on our bathing suits. We will go to the beach. And when I tell you that the two of us can sit on the beach for 6 or 7 hours, like literally, and be in heaven and don't bother each other, come back from the beach, take a shower, and figure out what we're going to do for dinner. Like that, listen. And sometimes we don't do nothing but sit down and play Monopoly. Me and her have this really bad Monopoly thing that we do. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. It's really bad. The two of us get together and a knockdown, drag down Monopoly session. It has to happen. It has to happen. When I went to Pittsburgh, neither one of us bought our Monopoly game. While we was at Target 10 minutes before it was closing to go buy a Monopoly game. Because we were like, no, we got to play Monopoly. Got to play Monopoly. Oh, thank you, Just Rita, child. 22 years, honey. This will be my 20 going, in the fall. That'll be my 22nd year, child. You have it bad for Jen Rummy? Me and her play cards too. We could play, like, we're both just competitive.
and we both know how to play a lot of games. But but Monopoly, Danny will tell you, Monopoly it gets ugly. And like when we were younger, we were in college, we would play Monopoly. Like literally, when we had to leave for class, we would just write down on a piece of paper whose turn it was, how much money each person had, like, and we would leave the game like that. And we would go to our classes and we would come back and finish playing the game. Like it was bad. It was bad, y'all. It was bad. But literally, when we were on vacation, me and her play no less than 4 or 5 games of Monopoly. Like no less than. I feel like I need a program now. Now that I'm talking out loud, I feel like I need a program. I don't know. Yeah, underachieving gifted kids are, it is, because yeah, and that's been my struggle these last 2 school years, Crispies. That's been my struggle. And also it's a challenge to myself. It's also a challenge to myself because you get in a pattern. It's been a good challenge. It's been a welcome challenge because you get into a pattern. You know what I'm saying? Of the types of kids you teach, and you get into a pattern. And this has totally thrown me off, but it's been a welcome change, you know. Oh yeah, that Monopoly game would last forever because we would play literally until everybody was out the game. Like all of that, no, we literally would play. No, you got $1, you still in the game. You got $1 in property, you still in the game. And we wouldn't quit. Like we would play like that. I'd be like, I'm coming back. I'm making a comeback. I got this $1, but I own Boardwalk and Park Place. One person jump on it, and that's it. All I need is one person. All I need is one person. Child, we play to the end. Yeah, the game ends when somebody when you the last person standing. Yep. When the game ends when you are the last person standing. Yep. Now, don't get me wrong. Depending on who you playing with and how many people you playing with, it's a long game now. It don't happen overnight. It's a long game, but it ends.
Okay, so Potential Ray has FaceTime me. He's on mute, so he can't hear me. Like his mother is having a full-blown episode. I wouldn't tell you like she is screaming at the top of her lungs. Like what? Because she wants to watch TV, and she took the remote upstairs and put it in her bedroom, and now she wants him to be her remote. And he's like, no, just go upstairs and get your remote. And now she's like, get the fuck out of my house. I don't need you. Like, it's a, you know, it's a full-blown dementia. Like, that's how it is, baby. She talking about shit with my brother's baby's mom's mom. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I wasn't here for that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. She's blaming him for stuff that his brother's baby mom did. Oh, wait a second. Like, this is a lot.
What in the foolishness you got going on over there? You know
what I'm saying? I'm sick of you. I know you are, man, because I'm dope. You sick of me because I'm dope, yo. Everybody's sick of me. I know, but just you sick of me, man. Everybody loves me, man. Everybody.
What? Oh my God. Yeah, L-Love, they bought my drink. Yeah. Oh my God. It was in the bag. They bought everything in a bag like this. They have like a little tray inside. It's like a little tray for cups on this side, and they had it taped up and stapled and everything. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I can't do this. I'm about to get off of here. I gotta go do my reviews, child. Shawana, I'm about to do my growing up hip hop. I'm about to do it. Give me about 30 minutes, child. Oh my God. I cannot. Look at Abby's face, y'all. Look at her face. Look at Abby's face. Oh my gosh. Look at her face, y'all.
They're too lazy. Like I said, I don't know who made that Big Mac, honey, but I'm about to drive down to that Big Mac and slap their ass because they put their foot in that thing. Sheesh. I'm serious. Like, I ain't even being funny. Like, that looked like a commercial Big Mac. Like, that Big Mac looked like it could have been out of a commercial. Like, even when I looked at it in the back, I was like, oh my gosh, it's not sloppy. It's not stuff hanging out off the side. Like, it was a good ass Big Mac. Let me put these lips on real quick. Y'all look at Abby's face. Lord, his mama was asking about some man he was talking to in the driveway, and it turns out it was his dad. Oh no. Does his mama have dementia? Okay. All right then. Okay. Because I'm like, what? Okay. Then that makes sense. Okay. Okay. That makes sense then. That makes sense because, baby, I was like, what? Y'all, the first time I had a Big Mac, I felt like I was a big girl. Like, you didn't get a Big Mac unless you, like, that was a big girl. Like, when my dad let me order a Big Mac instead of making me get a Happy Meal, I was like, oh, I'm a big girl now. Yeah, that is a lot. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, Shawana, that's what the first time I ordered Uber Eats from McDonald's, that's what I was worried about. That it don't usually taste good, but it was decent. It was real decent. That's only my second time, I think, ordering McDonald's from Uber Eats, though. Yeah, well, a lot of times people with dementia or Alzheimer's, they can be violent because they don't know how to express themselves and they're frustrated, and so it comes out. Yeah, they can be very violent. I definitely listen. I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing no more because I definitely respect that. Like, that's a lot. That's hard, especially when it's your parent. It's hard to see that. It's hard to go through that. I'm still mad though that she was like, who that nigga you was talking to in the drive. It's not funny, but it's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. Who that nigga you was talking to in the driveway? Mama, that was daddy. Fuck that nigga though. That's not funny.
It's a documentary. He's on mute, so he can't hear me. So, like, she's gotten violent with him. She broke his chain. Like, it's a lot. Like, I'm trying to encourage him to put her in a home before she hurts herself.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It got me back on mute. I'm sitting here playing my damn game. You know, they're saying coronavirus can affect child. That, at this point, and I'm not saying that people don't know, but at this point, I feel like people are just saying shit about what the coronavirus can and can't do. And that's not to say that they're not telling the truth or not, but I think so much they just don't know. I think it's just so much they don't know.
One of my friends' granny has that, and she's violent and runs away like out of windows and yeah, exactly, because they no longer have control over their life, and what they do remember frustrates them because what they remember is usually their long-term memory. So they remember people who are dead. They remember, situations that no longer exist, especially if like it was a spouse that's passed away or they don't live in the same house that they used to live in. And it's very, very frustrating. It's very hard. And I feel for anybody who's a caregiver, I definitely feel for them. You know what I mean? Like I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I am laughing, but I shouldn't be laughing. But it's funny, but I shouldn't be laughing. But it's still funny. That's a lot on him. Abby, you better go and let that man have that picnic. See, that's a lot. He need to get away. He need to get away. Especially yes, Abby, go.
Wait, the date is not with him. It's just somebody.
That's why I'm here.
It's not the picnic man.
That's why I'm here.
It's just a different person.
I wasn't screaming you was. I wasn't screaming you was. Yeah, I wasn't screaming. I was chilling, man. It's not that easy. I can't. I can't. Oh, I can get you out. Definitely. If I wanted to, I can get you out. But nah, I can't.
Don't you worry about me.
Oh, no, I can get you out. If I wanted to.
before.
Yes, I see you eat it. Then you want some syrup? You want some syrup for your first toast?
Baby, what is you doing?
I see you eat it first toast, didn't you?
I'm playing my game. I'm about to get off of here because I gotta do my review.
Yeah, I'm about listen. Okay, so this is the look. I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna put some clothes on. I'll take a picture so y'all can see it. Thank y'all for joining me. It is Transparency Friday. It's vlogs. But
Yeah, because you was telling it all, honey. You was giving all your business today, child.
right.
Yes, you did. You always saying something.
Right. It's a lot. Like I still don't understand why I'm growing another set of dimples in my face. I don't understand where this came from. Like this wasn't there before. Where did this come from?
How did you get here?
Exactly. Come back and tell us about the date. Okay, I will come back and I'll do a lot when I get home.
I didn't tell Chucky.
But DC Boo is in town, so I don't even know how this is going to even.
What are you talking about? I'm Chucky.
Like he said when he came back, he was going to pay for me to get a tattoo. I want a golden dragon on my thigh. Let's see what's up.
No. You like to come outside.
I'll take you to Winston-Salem where he get his tattoos done. I want a tattoo.
You outside talking to me. You like to walk up.
Somebody else you grinning and you got another and I got another one. Like I don't know where this one came from. This I don't like. These two have always been here. These ones on the side of my mouth, but this extra one right here next to the mole, where the mole lives. I don't know where that came from. All right, y'all. So peace and blessings. Everyone have a wonderful Friday. I'm sure I'll be back later to talk about something. Let me finish having a conversation with this man. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Listening to the music. It's in my head.
I can't stand the rain. Yes, my window. I can't stand the rain.
Abby, next year for my birthday, we're going to Camp Getaway.
Okay, cool. Bet. If I got enough, I'm gonna bring 2 cans of off spray because I don't like bugs. But okay, sure.
You're gonna be like Randall. Remember when Randall was back? Monica was like,
You're like I don't like outside. But okay, whatever you want to do, it's fine with me.
Okay, I'm just like
For my birthday, we're going on
like it is hot. I need to find my shorts,
ma'am. So I'm gonna start planning my birthday cruise.
Okay, they giving away cruises. I heard that the cruises are booking up fast, girl. Seriously, let me know.
Thank you, Ella.
Since they talking about we're not going back into the classroom until January. I don't need to take no leave.
Right. So we're gonna cruise it up for my birthday in November. Bill, your glider and off spray does not sound good.
So you can keep doing it your way, and then if you want to do it your way, that's fine. But
Listen, don't worry, I'm gonna make it happen. I don't give a damn about. Listen, by then Nadia will have figured out a good smelling bug repellent for me by the time we go next year. I'm not worried about that, y'all. I'm not concerned.
I know you got your remote right now. You watching TV, but if you listen to what I say,
Nadia,
you watching TV right now.
I would like a good smelling bug repellent. Figure it out. I love you.
Oh, Nadia gonna make some bug repellent for us?
That's what I'm trying to put that in her spirit right now. Because Sassy Francis said our gliders and a bug repellent don't smell good together. So I'm trying to get Nadia, trying to implant into Nadia's spirit.
Yeah, because Abby, when your birthday's in September?
November.
Oh, where I get September from? Okay, I'll be ready to go on a cruise by November. Yeah, girl, seriously, like real talk, like you need to book it.
She said she do every year. Yes, come on, Nadia. Ow.
Yeah.
Oh, for real, Nadia?
Okay.
Hold up. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna leave. Listen. We're gonna discuss this later. Nadia, put it on the website so we can buy it. Okay, I love all of y'all. Thank y'all for trying to make me cry on this live. You know I love y'all like fat kid love cake. I gotta put some clothes on. I don't have nothing on with this house dress. I need a bra, underwear, panties, the whole nine. Okay. November 3rd. November 3rd is my birthday. So right. We'll figure it out and we'll talk about it later. I love all of y'all. Loretta, I love you too. All right.
This date. Tawana, give me about 30 minutes, baby. Give me about 30 minutes. It should be